Let me just open another tab. And I guess we can open it up to anyone that wants to go on. Doubt it though, because most people start most people start sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you got a
got.
few views on your streams. I guess because most people in America are probably asleep.
Yeah,
So, but you and me got like a crazy different schedule. I mean, I'm overnight anyway, so I'm a night owl.
I know.
So, how you been,
Yeah,
man? Good to see you again.
yeah. No, I've been all right. Yeah, just I've been like more. My schedule's been messed up. I don't know why. I'm going through like I've been sleeping late, and then because of my job, it's kind of very, kind of not really rigid with the hours. So I've been kind of sleeping late, but recently I've been trying to like go on Google Calendar and then like just getting more rigid. Like okay, I even bought melatonin just to make sure I sleep on time. Not
Ooh. Yeah.
um to make sure I knock out before at least before 2 a.m. 1:30 because I'd be staying up to like 3, just I don't know, watching stuff, documentaries, whatever, and yeah, just trying to put it back in order because I mean, in my old job, like I was forced to go in order, but now it's like it's almost not almost, but it's kind of heading towards like your job, and yours is like overnight.
Yeah,
So like I don't know how you do it, but at least for me, it's
it's easy.
adjustment.
Well, I'm on vacation right now. I got 3 weeks off. This is my second week, so I've been sticking to the old schedule. So it's pretty fun, man. I mean, I was supposed to travel, but I don't know, man. I'm running out of money, so I don't know if I can pull that one off. But I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, like travel on your own or with a buddy or family or
No, 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 by myself.
nice. Where were you thinking?
I was thinking about going to first Mexico.
Uh
But
huh.
I don't know. That's too dangerous. And
Oh yeah.
my
Well,
aunt wants me to go, but I don't know. And then if not Mexico, just really Vegas. Just those two destinations. So
oh, Vegas, just like on the touristy that street, or like outside of that place where
no, no, no. Vegas, like the casinos, the slot
casinos. Okay.
machines, the hoes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering if this was like a whole motivated or hybrid or not even one bit whole motivated.
No, it's all motivation. It's not just the hose, but really it's
Yeah.
just a new, different city. Like
Yeah,
tired of
yeah, yeah.
Houston, so
And that goes for Mexico too, right?
yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
It's just the
Yeah,
danger element is bigger in Mexico.
yeah. I know. I know. I remember last time you were talking about like the Mex. What really stuck with me with the last stream was when you said like I was talking about like they could have a new hub in Mexico and with innovation and something, and you said the cartels would never let that happen.
Yeah, they just. I
And
mean, did you even saw what happened with the four black people that went over there?
I know stuff has
That's
happened,
my
huh?
point. I laugh every time people try to prove me wrong. I'm not saying you specifically, but other
Yeah,
people, and then boom, I've showed them the evidence.
it got more heightened since last time we talked because like now like people like the Republicans, the Texans, want to protect their border. I mean, God forbid, imagine those four people were four white guys or four like a white family. That would have been like even more uproar because those guys were all black, I think, right? And
Yeah, I think there would be more uproar if it would have been black. Really, not. I don't know about white because you saw what happened in 2019. You remember what happened?
no, not really. The
There
first
was a
round.
Mormon family that got killed. All nine of them, like father, mother, and like babies and children.
You know what? It's just it's not it happens actually all the time. Really, it's just this is the first time we got like footage of it too.
Ah, okay.
Maybe I don't know. Because I when I went to Mexico like recently in January, I think right before with my buddy there's a guy, he's 25 years old, and I think he got like I think Ensenada, a little more south, and he got I don't know what he was doing, but he got murdered. He got murdered. He got robbed and murdered.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn. See?
yeah.
A friend of yours?
No, no, not my friend, but right before I was gonna go with my friend, it's kind of messed up. Like I saw the article the day before, and it was like my same age. You know, I think he also was like, had a 9 to 5 job, and he just went alone, and he got murdered.
Damn.
There's these stories. It's just becoming like normal, I guess now. Or
Man, dude, you got to be careful.
yeah, and then like they're talking about like just the tension's higher, right? The tension's higher and all that.
Well, they're advising people not to go to Mexico. So, I mean, the deeper you go in it, the more dangerous it is. But even if you're in the border, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're on their territory. So, you're pretty much fucked. If they really want to hurt you, they'll get it done. Nothing can stop them. That's why there was a story I read a long time ago. I think it was like 25 years ago.
Right.
There was actually two stories. One I read on YouTube from a comment section, and then the other one was from my my uncle, my dad's side.
Yeah.
He said that this one rich white guy went over there with a big fat watch, and just because he had a nice big fat watch, they jumped him. They let him live, but they jumped him and they stole all his money, and it took him like months to get back to America because they thought he was like an illegal immigrant from Mexico, and he was like, no, I got robbed. He couldn't prove it, and then finally his family kind of came through and helped him out. But that was like in the early 2000s, man. So 25 years ago, yeah, he got lucky, or in the 90s. So yeah, it was in the 90s. He got really lucky, and then yeah.
Oh, he's wearing a big fat one. Oh no.
Big fat watch.
Yeah, no, yeah.
One of those silver looking ones too, like the really nice looking ones.
I mean, I have a silver one, but it's not like any Rolex or anything. Like it's just like, I don't know, 100.
I don't know what he had, but it was a good known brand back in the 90s. I think it was Casio.
Yeah, they're doing that more often. I mean, last year for sure, but like at least in LA and Beverly Hills, like even if you're wearing a watch like that, they're robbing you now because it's and especially in Los Angeles, like the western part, that'll get it's not too far away from very poor places, so
yeah, dude, I see Police Activity, the channel on YouTube, and most of the cop killings are in LA, man.
Cops killing citizens or
yeah, citizens, but they're rebels. They're criminals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the cop force is pretty strong here.
Man, I don't know how the hell you ain't scared, bro. I don't know how you stay safe. I hope you're big on the Second Amendment for yourself, at least.
From cops or from like criminals?
No, criminals. Cops won't mess with you.
Oh yeah. Well, it depends where you live. I know if you live, I don't live in like too much criminals around, but if you do, like, yeah, they'll. If you have a nice looking car, like the best way to win is just have a crappy looking car, crappy looking clothes, crappy looking wall, stuff like that. But if you're looking a little flashy, yeah, you live in those places, yeah, you probably need to be strapped or just, I don't know, have insurance, something like that.
How bad is the homeless crisis around your area?
It's pretty bad because it's to the point where I'm kind of normalized to it. It's like it started in LA, like most things start in LA and San Diego and the big cities, and then eventually it hits like the more less city like the less populated cities, and I mean and then it starts hitting the beaches and the only way is like if you go inland, but it hasn't really hit like very nice areas. I don't think it'll ever hit those areas because those areas kind of pay for good, I don't know, like police force, neighborhood watch, all that stuff. So
yeah, I hear the cops in LA get paid like $100,000 plus a year. They're rich.
Yeah, they get paid pretty well. I mean, like they're not gonna get like hedge fund manager money, but like 200, but they'll get pretty like the top, like lieutenant or stuff like that. Like yeah, they can get bribe money or all that, but yeah, they make pretty high median income.
I think the police chief I read a while back, he can make like 383,000 a year, and then
Yeah.
the I think the lowest they pay you, I think they can't do no lower than 80K.
No, yeah.
So it has to
LA,
be
yeah.
80. I
San
think
Diego, like all, yeah.
90K, 100K. So
Yeah, and then the LA is very, yeah, there's a lot of corruption in LA, so
yeah.
governments and all that. But yeah, that I don't know how it is in Texas, if there's any kind of anything like that.
Well, you know where I stay, so most people don't even, they already know. But I stay in Houston, so it's pretty shitty
Oh
out
yeah.
here, man. But not as bad as California. Like in California, you'll see hoes, homeless women posting out there asking for money all the time, and I'm sure you've seen them hoes that like sell shit that stand there in the intersection, like trying to sell you roses and all kinds of shit. You ever seen that? Does that happen?
No, I haven't seen that. I've just seen hoes posted up like just selling their body, but I haven't seen them selling things. I don't think I've seen it before. No.
Yeah, over here they got a bunch of Hispanic women. Mainly, I don't know why Hispanic women, but they got a bunch of Hispanic women like trying to sell you roses or like food or like a bunch of little miscellaneous items. But nobody buys anything.
No, and then I saw like a recent documentary. I think it was yesterday, and like on Vice. I think it was like the ranchers in like near the border were getting like the cartels are trying to like jump inside and like kidnap them or trying to get in their houses, and they had like steel shutters, steel doors, and all that.
Yeah, they're trying to use their houses as safe houses, and they know they're not going to bribe them because the ranchers hate them because they're fucking up everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good topic we should cover. We said we're going to cover it and we never did. So that would be a good topic right now. I think what's going to happen is Biden still has 2 more years. So he's going to fuck up America pretty fucking bad. So you're going to we already got over 1 million immigrants coming in.
I know. I saw that video. You saw that video where they're just rushing around a bridge?
The Venezuelans?
Yeah, Venezuelans.
I don't know how many of them got inside though. Did any of them get inside?
I don't know. I don't think a lot.
I don't think any of them did. I think they actually did do a good job, and they stopped them, and they had to turn dark.
Yeah. No, they didn't get inside. Yeah, it just looked like anarchy though. Just them like they were going through.
Well, they're gonna fuck up the country because once they allow, like, I think right now our population over the world is already over 8 billion. So I think in America it was always 370 million plus.
Right.
So with all this mass immigration, we're going to go up in the 400,000s or more. Millions, 400 million. So 370 million like 15 years ago, 370 million even. I'm sorry, no, it kept going up. But with this immigration, is going to bump it up to at least 400 million residents in America, and like more than 200 million of those are illegals because
you know your numbers,
huh?
You know your numbers.
Yeah, because thanks. Because I keep track of this, and I have a friend who actually works for ICE. I'm not supposed to say that, but I got a friend who works for ICE down here, and he keeps me in track, keeps me updated with that, and he's like, they're coming from all over the world, not just Mexico, not just Central America. They're coming
Nigeria, Ukraine, right? Or I don't know.
Yeah, they're coming all over. The ones from Ukraine, they're getting like legal asylum because of the bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but the majority are still coming. The China's, I think the Chinese are coming. They're coming from I think in airplanes. And then the Russians are coming in like boats and shit, and Serbians too. But they're all fucking illegal aliens. So.
Yeah, I saw that too. There's Russian asylum seekers. I think it was mostly men. As I
No,
was
it's
surprised.
mainly women.
Oh, it's both.
It's mainly women from Ukraine
Mainly.
because Russia's winning,
Oh no
man.
no, I meant Russia. I meant Russia. Russia was mostly men.
Yeah. But in Ukraine is mainly the immigrants that we're getting is nothing but Ukrainian women.
Ukrainian women. Yeah, that's true.
So what's up, Simone Dice? Yeah. So I mean, I may most of these motherfuckers are in here to do business. Yeah, he's right about that. These hoes, all they're gonna do is get a welfare state check, and then that's it. You know, they might. I don't even know because I had a Mexican friend saying, "Dude, why don't you go down there and get one of them hot white hoes?" You know, I'm like, I don't know, man. People from work are so stupid; they don't know what's up. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they're at, but even if I do, I doubt they're gonna want to shackle up unless you have like a lot of
you mean like
resources.
you mean like Refugee Max with a Ukrainian or what are you
Yeah, that's what he was
talking?
recommending. Yeah, shit was funny. So
I mean, if they come in droves, but so far it's just been like certain
sprinkles.
sprinkles. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, sprinkles. Um, and like even like when I was escort maxing, they were popping up, especially 2022. But they're trying to like half of them had kids. I would see like stretch lines, and like I could tell they had a kid before sometimes.
You got a
Uh,
question?
and they were sending money back. Let me see. Thoughts on using hydroquinone for white maxing? Have you heard of that before? Hydroquinone?
I heard about it, but I already forgot what it was.
I mean, I'm guessing it's some sort of bleaching. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, just embrace who you are. I mean, unless you're already kind of white and you're just kind of, I don't know, some sort of makeup, but
I don't know
I
about
wouldn't go
white
that far.
maxing, man. The Black New World Order is kind of trying to destroy that.
Let's see. Cream to bleach. I mean, I don't know. I think you could probably do well with your skin color as it is. I mean, it's not like 50 years ago or anything like that. I don't think you have to be like pale white or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, man. Did you get? You should. I wish you could post the shit I sent you on Twitter. Twitter is like so anti-white, man. That's the shit I'm telling you about. I know you have a different view on it because you're in Cali, of all
Yeah,
places. But
yeah.
do you see what I'm talking about? Did you get that picture I sent?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Twitter's kind of has a black um shift in like a black culture part of it, huh? Right?
Big time. But they're so
Yeah.
fucking racist, dude. There's reverse racist against whites. Mainly whites, really, but I'm pretty sure against
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah. I haven't been active too much on Twitter other than like maybe economic news, but no, I've seen some snippets and yeah, it's yeah, I see sprinkles of it here and there. I wouldn't say it's like pro white. If anything, it'd be like a pro anti white.
Yeah.
My skin is between white and brown.
Like a bronze, I guess. He's more of a
Yeah.
bronze skin.
I mean, bronze is good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe brown's kind of hard because girls are racist, but bronze is pretty good. I mean, it's probably maybe just your looks. No, like no offense.
I
But
want what is he looking for? Is he looking for a specific colored of woman? Is he looking for white women, black women, brown
that's true.
women?
I don't know.
That's the question he has to ask himself.
Yeah, but if anything, just I don't know, get lean. Maybe get some muscle if you're short. Even it out. I wouldn't say white,
Well,
Latina, Asian. Yeah, if you're in the middle, like that's a good thing about being in the middle. You can kind of go and you can date white, Asian.
he said anything with black.
Anything except black. LOL.
Yeah,
That's old school. That's old
brutal.
school right there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with. Well, I wouldn't say I'm with him, but I feel him because I used to be like that a long time ago. But
Yeah.
the black girls have always shown me mercy. So Yeah, I'll be black. I'll be black girl maxing.
JBW. See, this is what I tell you, man. Like, there's some. I'm not around many black girls, but this is the reason why white girls' value is so elevated because most ethnic guys will date a white girl, but won't date a black girl.
Yeah, no, you're right. But the JBW applies more to white women than to white guys.
Oh
That's
yeah.
just, that's yeah.
Oh no, wait. What are you saying?
That's just my opinion because
Yeah.
I know everybody has like a different
Yeah, I know.
aspect to it, but
Location, yeah.
yeah, everybody's demographic is so different and it kind of polarizes our views.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know I've heard of guys in Texas and of black guys experience in Texas versus black guys experience in Cali, and then a lot of them say, yeah, Cali, you ain't getting shit here. I'd rather be in Texas. So I agree with you with your location and the view there.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, that when I talk like that, is mainly because black women make it a hell of a lot more easier for me. More white women are the hardest.
You know
Then
what?
go ahead.
Keep going.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like when I used to go with my Asian friend, he's like Vietnamese. He looks Asian, but with to strip clubs, like I don't know, some 3 years ago, he get most love from black girls, and then I mean he get offered full service, he get offered this, he get offered that, and I would always go for usually white chicks and Latina chicks, mostly white, and they were just they wouldn't offer much of any of that, and then I would like every now and then I would see how they treat him, and they're more hospitality was included. Like they're just more easy to talk to. So I understand you on that part.
Yeah, they're more laid back, but I mean, honestly, if it was up to me, I'd prefer white, obviously. But the white hoes over here, man, they're just like so desolate. They're like they're so out of touch with every other race except for black guys. So it's pretty brutal, which is funny because you say the opposite. You said the white men over there still prefer a white guy or a Hispanic over black. So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they like a white guy or like a Spaniard looking Hispanic. No love for black guys or Asian guys, unless it's like maybe like a certain type of Asian guy, but
yeah.
for the most part, not really. Yeah. So I guess that's our views, Ricardo. No, yeah. But so your job is still the same, right? Like I think IT or something like that.
No. I work at a warehouse.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Blue
And
collar job.
how is the like the hiring process for that, all that stuff? Like
Well, they change it now. I mean, I work for UPS, so it's a blue collar job, but it's still a piece of shit.
oh, okay, UPS, yeah. It's not like Amazon or anything.
No, Amazon it's way lighter, but the problem with them is that they force you to work 12-hour shifts every
Yeah.
day.
It's brutal.
They change your schedule, and if it's not applicable, if you're not flexible, they fire you.
Dang.
UPS ain't like that. UPS lets you work whichever shift you want, however many hours you want.
Oh, nice. Yeah, at least here, I heard there's a city. I'm not gonna name it, just I don't know. But there's a city around here where I think they made the most Amazon warehouses, and like the residents even complained because it was just making too much toxic air and toxic pollutants in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think's going to happen? First from Insomatics kind of talked about this. He was kind of happy because he's kind of taking the same route that I have, as far as sex maxing. And
oh, really?
Yeah, because him. See, I don't know if you've been following them, but the past live streams that I've been listening to have been pretty updated. Like,
I thought he never made one. He has. He's been making Insomatics. He came back this year.
No. I'm saying the last streams that he made.
Oh yeah. Oh, got it.
So Steve Hoka actually came out about 4 months ago, not too long ago. He came out on MGTOW Chats with Lamprey Mill and Held Bent by the Dashboard and Martin Goldberg.
Yeah.
And they're all Steve Hoke is kind of weird when it comes to prostitutes. I don't know if he's for them or against them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was like recommending to single mother Max, and he kind of got roasted because that's like that's actually worse than a prostitute. So
Like dating single mothers or like
yeah, like single
banging them?
mother maxing, like date maxing them as much as you can, and like making babies with them.
If they're, oh man, like sometimes if they're really hot, like I don't know, I think I would like succumb to if they're like much finer than my genetic potential, then I could be weak. I'll be honest. But if
No,
it's
that's cool. I
you
won't. I
know,
won't. I won't
but
hold you.
if I'm like, but if they're like someone I could have gotten single, then I wouldn't do it.
No, man.
Um,
I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, even if she's hot. Well, I already know the good-looking single mothers, like the genetically gorgeous ones. They're not really gonna even choose guys like me. But the only single mothers that I've noticed that like me are like a bunch of old bitches. That's why I
oh
call
no,
myself old wall banger.
it's not worth it.
So
No,
yeah.
it's all about the deal. As long as you're not getting like a very shitty deal. Um, but the thing is, even then, even if with their baby, like they'll always the dad's always first. You're just like the baby's first. They're just stuck on that. I,
Well, the old single moms that I be smashing, they got their shit together. So all I really do is just pump them and dump them.
yeah.
So they don't really seem too interested. They know
Yeah.
just I just want to fuck. Like there was only one. You remember her? I told you about her a while back.
Uh huh.
Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah,
that
you did.
she kind of got upset because I dumped her.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a young one, right?
no, the old, they're all old.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, the young one was the crazy one that you just went to bang and she wanted you to what was it, like simp for her or something like that?
No, I can't remember that one. I just remember the one I messed with was Nicole a couple of years ago, and she got mad because I dumped her, and then she was trying to fight me. She
Oh
was
shit.
really upset, but I
Okay.
was like, hell no, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna settle for old single mothers. I wouldn't
No,
even do it
no,
with the young single mother either. So it's like,
no, no.
yeah, that's like for the desperate cells.
So that's what you're saying. Those guys were kind of agreeing on, just like dating them.
No, Steve Hoka was the one recommending that, but he got roasted by Lamprey Mill,
Yeah.
Held by the Dashbird, and Martin Goldberg. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Dating single mother. I don't think I've ever done that. I'm trying to see if I remember if I ever did that. I don't think I ever did that. The thing is, they're just as hard to get as normal girls.
that's the black pill. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
they're getting so
they're
fucking selective.
they're
Like
just as hard.
Martin Goldberg was roasting the MGTOWs a while back, or the Red Pillars, because he was like, "You guys talk so bad about single mothers, but that's going to be your only option in the future." So he made a video called, "Are you ready for a single mother?"
Oh,
Like, damn,
jeez.
man.
No, yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, I guess sex maxing would. The thing is, sex maxing works if you have like an. The sad thing is, like, if you're young though, that unless you need at least like I don't know, 80K income to sex
No,
max.
no.
Yeah.
People get the definition of sex maxing so wrong. I'm not saying you almost got it wrong, but
Oh, okay,
originally
okay.
you had it right. So sex maxing means you just get whatever, however, free sex for
Oh, okay.
sex as much as possible.
Got it, got
Well,
it.
I've done that. That's why I said I've slept with old single mothers because all I wanted was the sex. I didn't give a shit about no partnership.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So most of them were pretty cool about it. Like the cougar I showed you a few streams ago, the white one,
Yeah.
she didn't give a fuck. She just wanted to fuck. So I got that out of my system. And then the black one was cool about it too, but she's the one that got mad when I dumped her. Because she thought I wanted something serious. I'm like, hell no, not with you. Shit.
Oh yeah. So sex maxing, I guess your definition is like that's not paying for it. That's just
It
hooking up with
involves paying or not paying for it. It involves anything. As long as you just get the sex, that's all
get the
you care
sex.
about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not romantic Maxine. I'm not
No.
any of that shit. It's just sticking your dick inside of a vagina, and it's mainly just anything. Whether you pay for it or not, just get it out the way. Just get it and move on. So yeah, and it has to be separated from whore maxing because whore maxers, all they do is pay a bunch of whores.
Yeah.
So sex maxing is mainly just getting the sex for sex,
Mhm.
but it does include. I would describe the definition as if you got to pay for it, that's fine too. So it's just all you care about
I
is
see.
getting the physical sex on. Just get your fuck on.
I see. See, I mean, at least for me, I was never able to do that unless I paid for it. Like, I was never able to get like a single mom or a fat whale for sex. Like,
Damn,
I
not
think
even land whales,
maybe
bro.
one, maybe like once in my life, like a disgusting, like I mean, probably like 500 pounds, maybe 600. I look like I don't know, like half a walrus with the stomach at the bottom. I don't know, just that one. And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." Like, "Yeah, I'm ready for your dick" or something. That maybe that was
Shit.
it. Otherwise, no, nada.
I showed you the
Empty
picture
desert.
of the old women I fucked, the two ones, remember?
Uh huh.
I send them. So the white cougar was way better looking than the black one.
Oh yeah, yeah. What? All right, dead people. Sex Max is the best. Yeah.
That's my recommendation for all the incels and all the non-select guys. Whether you're good looking or not, just get the fucking lust out of your way, man. Get those damn nuts dry and move on with your life because none of these hoes are, even if they want to settle with you, they're not worth settling, man.
No. Well, I'm glad they got the message of that. That at least they're not. At least they're not simping for non-relationship type girls anymore. I think maybe our generation was more prone to do that, but it's like they're at a stalemate now. At least some self-respect. Max, you have a fetish for older women, I see.
Everybody knows that, man.
MILF.
Everybody in the manosphere knows that.
I wouldn't say it's a fetish. You're just being like, you don't want, you can't do porn, or masturbation, right? And I think that was more of it.
Well, I mean, older women just make it easy for me, man. Like
Okay.
I'm talking to a 51-year-old cougar right now for my job, and
Oh dang.
it's gonna happen, man. Trust me, I've done this before, so they're
I don't know
just
how.
more laid back. They're
Dang.
easier to talk to.
Dang.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you
know
know
how
I
you do
got
it
my
either.
receipts. You know I don't be lying. I'll be
Yeah,
showing
yeah,
you the
no.
pictures on Discord.
No, yeah. Dang, I don't know how you do it. That's crazy. Like when I see them, I automatically assume they're married or assume that I'm just way too young for them. Or I
They
don't know.
don't give a fuck, bro.
You'd probably be banging some married ones, man. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, the white one that I smashed, Michelle, a long time ago. She was
Uh-huh.
married to some fucking guy in Britain. He was being the cook, and I was being the bull.
Jeez.
So I didn't even know. So yeah, you were right. I didn't know until like one of her exes told me that she'd be doing that shit.
Watch out, man. Hopefully you're strapped or something. Imagine like one day like you're doing and then the guy comes home.
Ah, yeah,
Dang.
Well,
Hopefully not though. Ricardo after 18 years of drought.
yeah, that's brutal. That's what me and Lamprey Mill talked about. I didn't win 18 years. I went 11 years. So I always tell Lamprey, he kind of debunked me pretty good because, I was standing up for all the sexless incels and, oh, okay, well, that's good if you did.
After 18 years of drought, I finally got a girlfriend. Wait, then why are you trying to white max if you got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. You complete
So
the story there.
I told Lamprey I went 26 years in a drought, but he's like, you can't count from the age of 0. So he's right. So really from 16. So from 16 to 26 is 11.
When was the first time you were horny for a girl?
Oh, man.
Like 12?
Yeah. Right? Younger, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think I matured kind of late because I mean, I thought I heard I know a guy in high school. He's like, oh, I started watching porn like at age I don't know, like 10 or 11, like really young. It's crazy. At least for me, I think it was like 14 or I know some guys started like almost like when they're a child, they're getting sexual thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we all have like fetishes, so that's been proven scientifically. So, yeah, I tell you, I did a live stream with TFM.
I don't remember.
Yeah, man, I had him on my panel.
Oh, you did? Oh, dang.
Yeah, TFM has a fetish for dolls, bro. I love the guy, but he's funny as shit.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's a good guy, man. I mean, thanks to him, we're all red pilled, or we used to be red pilled, but now we're black pilled.
I know. We moved on. Ricardo trying to compensate for height. You know, there's guys that are I think this year, these 2 years, big like just going by the numbers, more guys have become red pilled than anything.
More than black pill?
I think so. Just like I'm talking about normies. I'm not talking about like guys like us that are analyzing everything. Just like normies that just waking up from the blue pill matrix. I think.
I hope so.
Yeah. Ricardo, I have Chad light jaw and high normie eyes, but 5'6". I mean, Ricardo, are you single or I don't get it. Are you in a relationship? Simone Dice, like small dolls or big dolls?
I
think
think
it's referring
he's asking
TFM.
me TFM. I think TFM likes small framed women. So yeah, because we were talking about dolls, and he wanted me to doll max, and I
Yeah.
told him I can't do it because it has to be like I don't have a problem with dolls, but it has to be like a big fucking doll because. Like everyone knows, I'll have a thing for tall women. That's
True.
really my thing. That's my
That's
fetish. It's just giant women. I don't like small bitches,
true.
especially short women. They're the main ones who are kind of. I got to use a good word here, but I got to make sure I use it professionally. They're just basically leaving you for dead. All the short guys. So the short women are betraying the short guys. So.
Oh yeah. I know it's always a really, really short girl dating a massive dude. Just
Yeah, it's
massive.
fucking ridiculous, but
I saw,
whatever.
I saw like this family and I think it's my girlfriend's like church group and like the sister. They're all kind of short and they're kind of like brown Mexican, curly haired, and then like the guy's like around my height. His sister's like I don't know 5 feet, and then her boyfriend's like this like I don't know like 6'2" like white dude or something. Like just they're like more than a foot apart, and that's not the only time. Like short girls like to really reach toward the stars. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, they just have that submission fetish towards taller guys, and that's fine. That's just part of their nature to submit. But it
Yeah.
just doesn't make any sense when they try to fight guys that tall and try to be bold with them. It's like, well, you're not going to win against a guy that big, so not even against a shorter guy than them. So I don't
But
know.
my tall friends kind of woke to not woke like in the SJW, but woke like a bit like red pill, black pill, because he's like 35, he's still looking, and then I showed him a girl like who's kind of short, and short girls sometimes would a lot of the time simp for tall guys, but he
Oh yeah,
noticed how she acted and he said, "Oh no, it looks like she has short girl syndrome."
yeah,
And as a tall guy, he told me like that happens when they're just like they're like boss bitch small girls,
yeah.
and like they'll find like some simpy tall guy and they just kind of control the relationship. But I mean, he won't let that happen. But I think a lot of tall guys are down for that arrangement.
Yeah. No, I don't like short girls. I don't think that's the best for me. Maybe it's the best for most guys, but not for me. I had better fun with taller girls, but they're definitely harder to handle. So,
Yeah, yeah,
didn't you
yeah.
say you smashed like a 6'1" white girl, right?
I did. I smashed like probably 4 or 5. A lot of them were tall.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
them,
you
some of them were Ukrainian, one of those Ukrainian refugees. Um, I found out I have a limit. Like I don't think I want them more than like I don't know 5'10", 5'11", just because like doggy gets too weird.
A doggy's kind of hard, so
Yeah,
yeah.
and I love
Especially
doggy.
if
That's
they
the
got a
thing.
big ass.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'm more into butt. I'm more into like big, like not like fat, but I like a big, cushiony butt. And a lot of the tall girls I notice like they don't really have the greatest hips all the time. It's kind of like some of them they have hips because they have big bones, but like their fat is not really. I don't know. I think there's some sort of theory where that when a girl is above 5'10" and above, she kind of loses the estrogen, and then her hips are not really the most thickest. Now, obviously, there are some strippers that are tall and have big hips, but when they get really tall, I feel like their hips start decreasing in its value to height.
Yeah, I would agree with that for the most part, but I'm not see that's the thing. This is why I don't understand why there's so many incels, because most incels, I think by now, at least I hope they're not too damn picky, because if they are, then they get roasted the fuck out.
Yeah.
But when they're not picky, it's like you shouldn't have a hard time getting a fucking girl, at least just to smash. Like,
Oh yeah.
nobody wants to settle with like low status women, but to
No.
smash, I mean, yeah. So going back to the tall girls, I mean, from my experience, I met a one that was 6'1" and she had nice hips. But I've seen most of the girls that are like under 6 feet have really nice hips, like even 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah.
They've had some really
Yeah.
nice hips.
I
But
think it's the best sweet spot for me, at least.
I think you're onto something. Yeah, I think I have seen what you're talking about more often, because I have seen some tall girls that they have like meat on their thighs, but they're not they're not like they're not shaped, but they still look good. Like I'll still fuck her thighs, but
Yeah.
they're not what you're describing.
Oh yeah, because my dream was like, okay, I see those girls on the Victoria's Secret model runway. I want to bang a girl like that, and I did it, and my dick got soft because their hips are just. It doesn't have that big, that fat wideness that I get from like maybe shorter girls. So then I realized like that's not what I really like. Even though it looks nice, my dick gets soft. So yeah. Oh shit, my battery's like at 10. I think I'm using the wrong adapter. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll put up this. All right, did you say anything?
Yeah, Javi's saying something about TFM. I don't think he's a libertarian. I mean, everybody's a coper, honestly. I don't know, everybody copes. But I'd say he's more of a centrist. That's what me and him were talking about. He definitely knows way more about the shit that's going on right now than anybody in the manosphere when it comes to like the war in Ukraine and politics and all that shit. So, but yeah, he's I don't think he's an incel either. I'm sure he can get women, but he's just not going to give them that attention. So he's kind of like taking a break from real women and just getting all the orgasms that he can from like dolls. But no, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's good. But he's actually pretty black pilled, but he just doesn't call it that because they guys like TFM, Sandman, they're always going to stick to the red pill because I mean honestly, as many people might get upset, but there is no black pill when you use the Matrix movie. There's only blue and red. That's it.
That's true, yeah.
So, but he's pretty dark, man. TFM is pretty dark. I mean, just go back and watch the live stream I did with him. Listen to all 3 hours, and he'll say some pretty black pilled shit. He just doesn't call it that. So,
let me put another comment. More red pill, more inkwells. Short girls are the best when it comes to sex. Yeah, at least from it. Yeah,
I already answered that for me. But,
yeah. At least my opinion, like I can kind of see where he means with that, because the most positions I've ever gotten was with short chicks.
Well, you can do the same thing with taller girls. You just got to be strong. So.
Yeah, you got to be really strong though. But if you have the muscle, yeah, you can move them around. But no, but even just like the length of their frame, it's just there's just so much you can carry short girls, unless you've carried a tall girl. I don't know if you've done
I
that.
have.
You have?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just don't like short girls, man. They piss me off. They have the worst attitude. The same shit they complain about short guys, they have the same thing as short guys. Like they have a bad temper, like some short guys. They have inferior complex, like some short guys. They are no different from the short guys that they complain about. They're the same shit. They just got a vagina.
Yeah, I think America just has a habit of simping for short girls too much, with the whole shorty thing, and then the whole pictures with a very, very massive guy dating, marrying a short girl. Like, it's just crazy here.
Yeah, no, I'm not hating if that's what people like. Hey, more power to you. But not me personally. I wouldn't even say I'm done with them. If anything, they're done with me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just head the other direction.
Like F you, bitch, you know?
Yeah.
Are you into anorexic or obese girls?
I don't know if he's asking me or you.
Well, how about this? Which one would you rather do?
Neither.
If you had to choose one.
Honestly, none.
None. Okay.
I'm dead serious. No. My women gotta be slender or thick. Not fat, thick.
Yeah. So who would you say is like an actress that would you say is thick? Like someone famous? I don't know.
Who?
Like someone famous or a reference point?
I can't think of any one of them that's attractive. But I got my samples.
Got it. Because I think thick has been. It's just there's so much subjectivity to when it comes to thick, especially, and then black guys and white guys I think have a different definition for thick. Asian guys have a different definition for thick. It's just I don't know. I wish we could all find a reference point.
Well, these things are very subjective. You know, everybody has, you know, their subjective in attraction. We can't all like the same thing.
Yeah,
we definitely all like women. That's definitely the same thing. So
let's see. I don't care. Only 6 foot woman for me. Dang. Guess he's like you. I saw a really tall chick at Arby's the other day. It's like, Javier, I disagree with TFM because he simped my free market and he's wrong with some of his predictions.
Some of his predictions, yeah, they're wrong, but not most of them.
What was he predicting?
Shit that he talked about a few years ago came out to be true. Like the crashing of the economy is happening. People are talking about it, but he can also be wrong because even though it's happening, I mean, it's going to take years for it to actually go like completely down.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, the government just keeps printing out money, but they won't be able to for much longer. That's going to fuck up the country. And then now you got mass immigration. So, I don't know what he's sent for. I guess, I don't know.
Javier, you want to join? Yeah, let's see what other comments.
He's the 6 foot comment. I prefer women over 6 feet too, but I mean, let's be real. Like I've told you before, the shortest I'll go if I have to, and she like me, I think the shortest I'll go would be like 5'8", 5'9".
Dang.
So, yeah.
My favorite is 5'8", 5'9". The tallest I'll go is like 6 feet, 6'1". Yeah. The shortest I'll go is like, I don't know, 5 feet. Simon Dice, because most of the money is going to Ukraine.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, 500 million. I think it was 500 billion, not even 500 million. 500 billion.
No, billion is nothing. Yeah, definitely billion. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Russia's been trying to get Ukraine since 2013, so that's nothing new. But yeah. No, another thing TFM was right about is they're cutting welfare programs. They're definitely doing that. I had an article. He predicted also that came out to be true. So, but yeah,
Geez, I don't know why my adapters like I have it plugged in and it's
it's
just
probably the brick that's messed up.
the what?
The brick where
Like
you
where
connect the
yeah.
USB, that's probably messing up.
I used it on two. Jesus.
I gotta get mine in a little bit too. Not yet.
To be honest, I disagree with most guys in the manosphere.
Javi seems to me like he disagrees with everybody.
I mean, you know, we all have a point of view.
Yeah,
I
but
think I think
we gotta stick with the facts.
yeah. Well, what do you disagree with, Javier?
He just disagrees. I mean, I can understand him if he's talking about like what the manosphere was so adamant about at the beginning, like don't date single mothers, don't do this, don't do that. That ended up backfiring so much, man, because so many guys ended up just caving in. So he's right about that. I give him that, but I don't know what other details he's talking about.
I'm not for very long today. Maybe next time I chat, I'm going to respond in chat and sleep. Yeah, I think he works like a normal hours, and I
Yeah.
think he's also in Texas, so that makes sense.
Yeah, if you're talking about Javi, who we had last time, yeah, he's in the same state as
Yeah,
me.
Ricardo, just be alpha, bro. Yeah, yeah. I've been seeing a lot of. I've been seeing like walking around 2018 cringe vibe. Yeah, I think most men have given up on the whole self improvement thing. That was really, really
That
the
was just a
thing.
cash grab.
Yeah, it was a cash grab. Yeah, no different from the PUA thing, like from 20 years ago. I don't trust anyone giving out advice.
It
Yeah,
goes
it's
both ways.
yeah, you gotta be aware. Just try to get someone that's kind of has your same experience, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, can't just can't have a one size fits all rule. I
Right,
mean,
exactly. Yeah.
for me at least, to be honest, most of my advice I've used in my life was probably a mix of my dad. Who else? I listen. I like some old. When I was younger, I would listen to guys that kind of fail. I wouldn't listen to guys that made in life, but I would listen to guys that failed in life.
Yeah.
And I would ask them like, how did I wouldn't say like how did you fail, but I would ask like how did things go for you? And like one time I was in school and this guy had a PhD. He was stuck doing like 9 years of a PhD. And like, my parents, and I think this is all for all immigrants almost like Indians or, you think like PhD master, you go higher up, you get paid more, right?
Yeah.
So like this guy, he had a PhD, but he was just working in university, like almost like a like a cleanup laboratory manager job, like maybe 50K or 46K.
Yeah.
And he
Well, I just
oh
saw something sad, dude. Like recently, I have the graph here. I even took a
yeah,
screenshot of it. Like
sure.
the average white woman still not only the average. Well, the average white woman's only making like 25K a year.
Hmm.
That's really low. That's below average. And like the black woman's making way less than that. Hispanic women are making about the same as
Yeah.
white women.
Hmm.
And then the average white guy is not even making 50K. He's making like 39K now.
Really? Average or
Yeah,
median?
in 2019. That's not even medium. That's still below average.
Well, I saw a sad article. It's like more women are starting to get more. I don't know if it was degrees or jobs than men. Like they're out competing men. I don't know. I have a feeling it was jobs, like entry level jobs.
Well, they're getting more jobs, but they're not really doing anything with them. They're becoming a bunch of whores. That's what they do. See, here's the thing that people don't know. So let me educate people real quick. I think I already told you this, but every time a woman is in a position of power, they fuck up everything.
Oh
They fund
dang.
everything. This you can look this up. So whether you believe me or not, it
Oh,
don't
I
matter.
I had a video on this, but I never put it public. It's on private. I did it like last week. I said woman in the workplace. You might like it.
Yeah, no, women, no, not only in the workplace, but when they're actually leaders of leadership, they,
Yeah,
for example, nobody in the chat knows that the bitch a couple of years ago that was the CEO that was running the fucking the Yahoo, the actual Yahoo website, she almost drove it to the fucking ground. She know what the fuck she was doing.
dang.
Then the bitch that used to do City Financial, same thing. They're hiring a bunch of women just to, shut their feminist mouth up, and they're driving all these companies to the ground because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. No, I mean the thing is, they're just not. They're when I see a company, a lot of girls, it's just there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of inefficiency. They have a consumer kind of mindset. The happy hours go up, the drinks go up. Um, a lot of workshops that take away time from working goes up. That was my experience.
Yeah.
Um, I'll need to read Javier's. The Mount Copes I hear Manosphere is sad from Red Pill, Mistal, Black Pill, Echo Chamber is sad. I try my best to push to be more realistic.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody has their interpretation, so he can be interpreting the whole thing wrong. So I'm not disagreeing with him. I agree with him, but I mean, what he said can be said by anybody else.
Yeah, if you look at statistics, black women earn more money than black men. Yeah, that's major right there. Hispanic women are becoming the new black woman if you think about it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, Hispanic women. All these hoes are overall, they're just grinding. That's what they're doing, but they're not in positions of leadership because they can't make it.
The scary thing is they might be able to make it.
Yeah,
Right?
eventually they probably will. Yeah, if they see that they have to solely depend on themselves to drive up shit. But I mean, like I just said,
They'll
from
just run companies to
2006,
the ground.
huh?
It'll just run companies to the ground, like you
Almost to the
said.
ground, because what they
Yeah.
do is they back out and then they'll try to blame men for the blueprint. They'll say it's men's fault because men, didn't do the blueprint right. So they'll try to blame men. They'll just always play innocent. So
That's,
there's definitely a status war between men and women going on. That's definitely
oh
happening.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they say it themselves. Why do you think they want you to make more than them? Because they want to feel secure. They're literally giving you the answer.
Well, they want to have their cake and eat it too. That's the thing.
They can't have it both ways. That's why they're so miserable and they're single.
Yeah, yeah. Most women don't enjoy working.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the biggest thing I'm
That's a
pissed off
fact. Now,
about.
that's a
'Cause
fact. That's
if
not an
you ask,
opinion. That's a
if you,
fact.
that's the biggest thing I'm pissed off about, because if you ask any man if he was allowed to be a house husband and just chill out and get money, I'd be okay with it. I mean, you'd be okay with it. I mean, most of us would be okay with it. But if you tell a woman that, like, wouldn't you rather not work? A vast majority of them, as a defense mechanism, will say, no, I love to go to work. I love my freedom. I love my.
Well,
But
they
they're
love their
lying out their
freedom.
asses.
They love their freedom, but they're not truly free. They're talking about freedom from artificial restraints. Women
Yeah.
can never really truly be free. So they still got to depend on men. If you go to like Brazil, I feel
Mhm.
sorry for those women. Those women don't got protection. That's why they're so cautious how they talk to men and shit like that, because those are very
Look at
androcentric countries.
they'll
They don't give
knife off their
a fuck
head.
about women over there. They'll kill the most beautiful women over there. They don't care.
Yeah,
You can go to any gore site and you'll see a fucking 8 out of 10 getting her fucking wig split.
I see it all the time.
So beauty don't mean shit in those countries, because those
Yeah.
men, they're anti-simps. They're not blue pill. They're just they're aware, whether it's red pill or black pill. If anything, they're more black pilled because they don't give a shit about
More based.
yeah, they're just super based. They
Yeah.
don't care about offspring. All they care about is survival, food.
Yeah.
So
Shit, I'm at 8%. I don't know why it's not. Fuck. Let me All right, let me try to see if I can use my other laptop. Give me a second.
yeah, go ahead. Well, it depends what they get. If they get like a liberal arts degree, yeah, that's pretty worthless. But if they get like something major, they can be pretty good at, like physics or biology. You know, there are some women that are pretty smart and they can get, you know, a good college education. But the problem is that they always end up in debt. Like doctors, they end up in debt a lot. They end up making a lot of money, but they also end up owing a lot of money. So, but I don't know. The manosphere does cover some of those things good, and some of them, yeah, some of them not so good. It just depends what the woman is trying to get, what kind of education she's trying to get. If she's actually trying to make something out of herself and be like some inventor or something, then yeah. But I mean, it all depends what she wants to do with her life. But most of these women nowadays, they don't want to have kids. They really do want a career max. They just they don't always make it. And when they do, they're like, you know, they're like one story about a lawyer that made 174,000 a year, and she was like 34, no kids, no husband, nothing. And like, not that nobody wanted to marry her, people wanted to marry her, but they wanted to have kids with her, so she didn't want to have kids, so she ended up being single. um and yeah, that's in those, you hear a lot of stories like that. So there's nothing wrong. I don't have a problem with women being educated, but are they really going to make a difference is the better question. Damn, time's going by fast, John. Whoa, that's some bad echo.
Sorry, hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Take your time. Oh shit, you left. Yeah, I got to get my charger in a little bit too.
All right, I'm back.
Cool, man. Cool.
This laptop has a. Let's see. Can you say something?
Huh?
Can you say? Oh, okay. I don't know why it's
Yeah.
not going to my headphones. It's going to my laptop. Give me 1 second.
You got to change your audio settings.
Yeah. Talk again?
Yep. What's up?
No. Oh, there we go. All right. Javier, more woman. Should go to college. I disagree. Manosphere stance against college education is worthless. So liberal arts is useless if we're talking about pay, but the humanities are very important to society. Check out Martin Goldberg's video, How Conservative Devalue.
He's right about that. That's true.
Have you
But
seen the video?
yeah, I saw it.
Or no?
Yeah, he's right,
about?
but he's talking in
PPP.
overall matter, which I don't know how many women go for liberal arts degree. I'm not too big on Martin Goldberg. I do like him, but I'm not too big on him either because he tends to lie and he kind of tunes out a little bit about certain things. But yeah, he's okay. Like I said, he came out on he did a live stream with Lamprey Milt from MGTOW Chats.
Oh,
So I'm surprised him and Lamprey didn't go at it about MGTOW. So
got it.
yeah.
All right, let's check more comments. I don't think we got much. Carlo Lopez. You're 5'7" or less. God doesn't love you. You know, that's an interesting thing. That's a real trigger point right there. 5'7", because I don't think I made a video on this, but like every guy I've seen that hates his height the most, it's the most like the guys who are the most insecure about the height. I'd say is 5'7".
Well, you know, it's funny. Tells Black Clips a long time ago. He actually did like a poll and asked his audience like, what would be the real height for a true cell?
Mm-hmm.
And like he went from like obviously 6 foot something to like I think the shortest was like anything below 5'7" is a true cell. But I don't know, man. Like Javi disagrees with the manosphere. I disagree too with the black pill because you and me are under like 5'7" and we're still getting, you know, sex. So it's like it's not true. It's subjective.
It depends on the kind of girls you're going for.
That too, yeah. So
the population you're trying to attack.
The demographic, a lot of things play a role. That's why you can't generalize everything.
Like a black guy that's 5'7". I've heard black girls that can be really tall, or a white guy, 5'7". White girls can be really tall. But
here's the crazy thing, though. Yeah. Here's the crazy thing. You'll see a tall Stacy Light that's a black girl with the short Hispanic or a short white guy, like a short black girl.
Oh, it's messed up. Yeah, I noticed.
But a white woman, hell no. You'll never see a Stacy Light white woman date a shorter guy than her. It's just white women have like a serious problem with short men, like a strong animosity or like a strong dislike, or I don't know what it is, but it's all biological.
Oh yeah, like white girls, especially like the Instagram kind of white chicks. Yeah, man, they want a guy that towers them. Like towers on a whole nother level. I have seen them sometimes with a guy like a little shorter, but he's usually decently jacked or something, you know, something to compensate.
Yeah, because even the few women that I smashed, you know, like they were all black girls, like the ones that were taller than me, they were all black. But the one or two white women that I fucked, they were like my height or shorter. So white women just have like this standard where it's either taller or their height, but nothing shorter than them. So
well, white girls are all watching Hollywood. They're all thinking about Chris Hemsworth, you know, Giga Chad. You know, that's what they fantasize, you know, Cinderella and Fabio and just like some very, you know, it goes into that whole Hollywood thing.
Yeah, their social skills are all being socially engineered.
Yeah.
It's all social engineering, really.
Yeah, and obviously the elites know what they're doing, whatever it is.
It's not even an elites thing. We're giving them too much credit. It's just a society thing.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You know who made a very good video that nobody gave him credit for was LFA. He made a very damn good video a long time ago called "This Person is More Hypergamous Than Women." And he broke it down very well. He was basically saying that all the fathers that they look at their daughters as their little princess and as their you know their favorite. So dads are actually more hypergamous than their daughters, because if you listen to what their dads say, they're no different from what women are saying. Oh, he has to be this height, he has to be this big, strong guy, and he has to take on all odds. So, man, he kind of roasted he kind of roasted the red pillars and the black pillars because, you know, the red pillars and black pillars are always saying that women are the most hypergamous, but the way LFA broke it down, he said it's really the dads, the parents. If anything, it's the parents.
You know, there's a very interesting point because, like, I was talking to an Indian friend. No, he was a Punjabi, and you know those guys are kind of tall for Indians, and he was like 5'11", and he said his mom was saying, you better, if you get a girl, she better not be shorter than 5'7", something like that, or shorter than 5'6".
Yeah.
So that thing's very apparent, and obviously, I'll go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, in regards to like the white aspect, like their dads have a whole thing with, you know, football, NFL, so you know,
Well, you got a
they
good
want a big
question.
guy.
That's Holy Vlogs. That's a very damn good question. I have no idea because most Mexicans are 5'7", according to Google.
That's true, yeah.
So Asians, I have no idea, man. Asians are, you would have to Google it, but sometimes Google doesn't give you an accurate answer. But I've seen most Asians being taller than Mexicans, like 5'10" at least, 5'10", 5'11", but they're like super skinny.
It depends on.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, Mexicans are usually like 5'5" to 5'10", 5'5" to 5'10", 5'8". Like Asians, it depends on the Asian. I guess like the maybe the more Southeast Asians are kind of shorter. But like the North Chinese, they can be pretty tall.
Yeah.
Not like 6'4", but like usually like 6 foot, 5'11". Indians, I mean, like I said, like Punjabi Indians are pretty tall. I guess like the Southern Indians are also shorter. It's kind of like the whole thing with Mexicans. The Southern Mexicans are shorter and browner.
Oh, what I forgot to clarify was, like I said, Tails Black Clips did that poll study, like I think it was like 2 years ago. And even most incels agreed for the first time that anything under 5'7" is pretty much a true cell.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For most guys, but it doesn't mean that every guy that's under 5'7" is doomed.
I'd agree because, like I said, when it comes to like 5'6", 5'5", 5'4" guys, when in my experience, we kind of just know we're just smaller in everything, and we just kind of own it in some way.
Yeah.
But when I've come to like the guys that keep complaining to me about height, it's always 5'7" guys. Like I think it's because they're almost accepted into normality.
Yeah,
but they didn't make the cut.
There you go. Yeah.
They didn't make the cut.
Yeah, most of the guys that you're right. I've seen that a lot online. Because even guys shorter than them don't complain as much as they do. Like the guys that are 5'7", 5'8", even the 5'8" guys I've heard complain.
5'7" and 5'8" guys complain a lot about height, man.
Yeah.
Like us 5'5", 5'4".
Sixes,
I mean,
yeah.
We, it is what it is. Asians are almost the same, maybe a little bit shorter. Yeah, Indians for the most part are 5'8". From the Indians I went to college with.
Dude, I'm still laughing at that funny shit you said that, because you said that so spot on, man. So I give you a lot of credit when you said Indian guys come from a very old androcentric country with their blue jeans and their
Oh yeah,
sandals, their flip flops.
Yeah, blue jeans, Jesus sandals.
I still see them dressed like that, dude.
Yeah, they don't care, man. I mean, I bet you half of them got a wife ready for them from their mom. So. Yeah, they don't, looks maxing, like they're way away from that. I would say 5'7" and under and brown or ugly might be sub-5 category, but it varies, as you said.
He's agreeing with what I said earlier.
Yeah, if you're 5'7" and under, I mean, you just gotta.
I mean, I'm 5'5", but most women don't say I'm ugly. So.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty.
Or just stick to your same chicks, You get like a brown short chick. That's what I see most of them.
I don't understand why so many dudes that complain about not getting women just don't go for ugly women. Like if you're a damn 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, I understand the women that probably are in your same looks level don't want you, but shit, you're not an incel if you can still smash a 3 out of 10. Like, even I've had like Base Escort Cell, Olympus LMS on my old channel. Even they agree with me. Like, you're not an incel if you can still fuck down. If you can still fuck a 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, you're not an incel. Like if you can literally fuck that without having to pay, you're not a fucking incel. You're a damn true self. You can't even get a fucking 1 out of 10. But
yeah, I think technically, yeah, you're right. But I don't think that attacks the problem though. You're not getting a girl that's interested in. You're not getting a girl that you're both mutually attracted to each other for a relationship.
right, but if as long as you're fucking, I mean, that's all that matters,
Yeah.
really. I mean, at least
Well,
to me,
I think the vast majority of guys though aren't trying to like just, I guess, fuck. I think the
vast majority of guys are still fucking blue pill. That's why.
I mean, yeah, they're trying to get a girlfriend and a date and all that stuff. So
It's all blue pill.
yeah, the thing is, you can't even date a ugly chick because I've done stuff like that, and I know friends that did that stuff, and eventually they find out.
Yeah, they'll find out, but I mean,
They
I
find
mean,
out
it
and
is
they
what
dump
it
you.
is. I mean, I can still get ugly girls, so I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah, I couldn't even get I couldn't even get like slightly uglier chicks. Asians are 5'6". More indigenous looking Latinos tend to be shorter side. Yeah. The brutal black pill in that is that the only way I've seen for indigenous guys to be really tall or indigenous looking guys was when the mom was really indigenous short and she
Oof.
married like a white 6'4" guy.
Yeah.
That's the brutal black pill there. Also, if you're 5'8", just fraud max to 5'9". 5'10", if anything, boots.
Yeah, some shoes, like if they have like that thick heel, the thick soles, they add you
Yeah.
about 2 inches.
Oh yeah, and hair is important too, because it happened to me on a date with a 5'8" chick. I don't think I told you, BVP. She was like 5'8", and then it kind of ended because of like I don't know why it ended, but I kind of have a reason. Because one time in a date, I cut my hair, I put it all to the side because usually it's all fluffed up, but I put it all like flat. And then she said, "Wait a minute, aren't you 5'7", 5'6"? Because that's what I put on my profile, but I didn't put like my 5'5" height."
Yeah.
And then ever since then, like she was just, I don't know, not bitching about it, but just bringing it up. So, the hair is important too. If you're short, you probably want to pull it up a bit.
Yeah, well, I've seen you hair. You got good hairline. You and me both. You've seen my hair, so Hispanics tend to have very good hairline.
Oh yeah. Yeah, white guys get affected by the hairline pill. Agree with Overspear. Any tall cells complaining about being sub 5 is socially retarded. The tall cells, a lot of them just want a cute girl, and most of them, they just want a cute girl, but they're getting like average, maybe slightly below average chicks, and they believe they deserve better because they're tall and somewhat good looking.
Appreciate that, Javi. Yeah, tall guys, I don't know, man. Sometimes they can be really stupid because every tall guy I see, like when I go out in public in real life, I see them with women that are like at least a 6 and up. I don't ever see them really with ugly women unless he's ugly. But if he's like a normie light, they can still do pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, the other day at the pool hall, I saw this tall, decent looking guy, and he had like some fat Mexican chick. I was like, oh, dang. They fell in love. Let's see. I wear lifts to be almost 5'10", but even in Southern California, people are just taller.
You can answer that, man. You live there.
I mean, the thing about lifts is there's a big brutal pill about lifts is that you wear it and you think you're a king, but then you get mogged by a guy that's much taller than you. And then you feel like, dang, I'm getting mogged and I'm wearing lifts. So this sounds extremely blue pill, but sometimes I feel more confident. I was wearing like Chucks, like Converse Chucks, very flat, and I feel like fine there because I'm not lying to the world about it. But
yeah,
technically, yeah, lifts will make you taller, and girls like taller guys. So yeah.
Well, it's really sad, man, because this is why I laugh at everybody who tries to debunk the black pill when they say that looks don't matter. it's like they contradict themselves all the time. Because they'll say, oh, your height doesn't matter, but then you'll see women dating a guy that's like 5'10", 5'11", and she's like 5 foot nothing. And then you tell her about a guy her height or shorter, and she'll just like be like, what the fuck? She won't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then you tell her, well, didn't you say looks don't matter or height doesn't matter? It's like, oh, they don't know what to say.
Yeah,
They
and
contradict themselves all the time.
for relationships and getting married, a lot of times they kind of want like a bear sometimes. And I know there's several guys that are 6 foot. If they were my height, they wouldn't be married to that girl. 5 is the lowest I go, but I'll consider myself a 6 out of 10 Brad. I have curly wavy hair.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I think the lowest I'll ever go is a 4.
Do you think good nutrition in sports and teenage can boost the height a bit?
Of course.
Yeah, I think good nutrition is important. Milk. Teenage. I know when you're growing, like when you're a kid. Teenage, I think so as well. Making sure you get because countries with higher consumptions of protein, as well as milk, usually do well. Like,
you know what? Let's see if you can post it on the screen. I'm gonna send it to you. Go ahead, keep talking. My bad.
Oh yeah. No, like countries with good consumptions of protein, especially, as opposed to countries where almost all their food is, and the protein has to be non-fish, has to be like beef or something. But countries where it's like mostly carbs and maybe fish, like Japan, like you get capped at a height. I mean, Native Americans, they were tall, and a lot of them, they ate buffalo, right?
They were just well built. They were pretty muscular guys. Let me see if I can share this with the screen.
Chukka boots with 1 inch heel and 1 inch shirt give you 2 inches, not super noticeable helps. Yeah. I'm usually in boots or New Balance. Face, height. Face is more important than height in race.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with Black Pill Truth. I can't be debunked. I just disagree with gynocentric autistic libtards. Inkwell. Yeah, I wouldn't get too autistic with the stuff especially the whole wheat waffles kind of. I still think he overall brings a net pro to the community, but I mean with guys just, I'm a 6.5. No, I'm a 6. No, I'm a 5.5. Oh no, wait, I'm a 7. It's like you can't get too autistic with it.
Yeah, a lot of guys get autistic with the look scale shit.
Yeah. I mean, are you even, I mean, do you have a group of guy friends? Do you have, how much normie points do you get? You have to somewhat, if you want to get a normie girlfriend, you kind of have to act a little bit like a normie.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Holy vlogs. According to Tails, height is a bit more important than height. Oh, face. A good height. It's just a good height can. It's sort of mathematical, but a height, it's like it gives you more reach, I guess.
Well, I sent you. You should put it up because, like I said, this is going to prove what I'm talking about. That beauty is subjective for men.
Okay.
I sent you the look scale one, but you have the other one on your Discord. You can download it, like the women's, how the jawline applies to women too. Mm-hmm. So, like for me, the women that are truly beautiful have an oval shaped jawline, or like the heart, which is the one you liked. And so it's subjective because some other guys will say no. So beauty is very subjective to men, but for women, it's not. Women tend all to like the same type of guy, but men tend to like different types of women.
I might make a video on that, but the thing is, it's going to be very. I can't like half-ass it. It has to be like a rock star video, and it's kind of agreeing what you're saying. except I just have a different presentation of it. It's that it's I think I told you about last time. Like the reason guys don't agree with women is just pretty much we all have different types for women.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a girl and I find her beautiful. No, I find her pretty, and you'll just say like meh, and then you'll do the same to me, and then I'll do the same. I'll have the same response.
Before we do that, I gotta go get my charger. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. The guys obsessed hard with looks maxing and Chad worship or Spurs, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can't to the point where you're just like almost worshiping Chads. It's just you have to realize this is getting to like gay territory. That's why I kind of like checked out a little bit of that stuff months ago, a year ago. Jaws law. You know, if you have a double chin or if your jaw's kind of weak, something I've been doing that does work, but you have to be dedicated. First of all, always chew using your masseteers. Because the thing with me, I always chew in the front sometimes, but chew using your masseteers to make sure your jaw muscles are strong and not weak. I don't chew in the front. And then also do neck exercises. Also to make sure your neck is strong. And another thing is to do that thing where you push your chin back, so that way you bring your jawbone up and so that it doesn't sag down.
Shout out to the guy who called out the Chad worshiping incels. I'm with him. Gotta get tired of those guys.
Oh yeah, I talked about that. Yeah.
Chad worshiping incels is like, dude, go suck his dick then.
I know they like the guy more than
the girl. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I don't like girls with ugly noses.
Yeah, me neither. That's a. Ooh.
And the guys have different types for that too.
Yep.
You know.
No, but that's a golden statement he just made, because a nose for women, oh man, that'll bring her down a lot of points if she has an ugly nose. A lot.
But girls cheat a lot when they get nose jobs.
Yeah.
Even the most like my sister got a nose job, and she's not like even though like the most valedictorian kind of girl or nice girl, if they don't like their nose, they'll get a nose job.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you mate with that, your daughter's gonna have a messed up nose too. Thank God Hispanica have good jaws. Hispanic girls.
Sneed made a very good comment.
Oh, I'll catch up to him. Yeah. Most white girls tend to have ugly noses. Yeah, white girls can have sharp noses. I kind of like sharp noses, so I don't have too much of a problem with it, unless it's like a Jewish or like big hump nose.
Yeah, I like sharp noses too. Those are attractive.
I don't like the flat ones. My best friend likes the flat ones. He likes the Asian noses.
Sharp noses are a turn on, man.
Oh yeah. Hispanics. Oh, I think you meant thank God Hispanics have good jaws. The native ones do for sure. The Mediterranean ones, it depends, but
I got a good jawline.
I got a mediocre jawline. I got good cheekbones, but we all got her. Yeah. Count your blessings. Sneed, I met up once with some guys from a Black Pearl server, Incelmatics. We were in TJ in Hong Kong during early 2020. And they were talking about Black Pearl stuff while we were sitting in the brothels. Jeez. Have fun at least. Forget about that stuff while you're there, man.
Yeah. He's proven a good point, That's why like I moved on from those types of black pillars, dude, because all they talk about is the same shit too. It's like Javi was saying about the manosphere.
Yeah.
Black pillars do the same thing too, unfortunately. So instead of, like it's important, I understand you got to repeat it because it's never going to go away. The other generation is going to be talking about the same shit we did. So it's never going to go away, but you as an individual have to move on. So that's a good thing. At least he was getting, laid. While
Dang.
Insomatics and First.
I would have joined you guys, man. 2020, I was single and like all desperate and stuff. Too bad I didn't know about it. I mean, BPP, you could have been there too. All of us.
I could be there right now, man. I could be there right now. I got the time right now. I just don't know if I have the money.
Oh
So-
yeah, I'd say minimum bring.
What would you recommend? Yeah, what would be
Yeah,
the
for
minimum?
the room, I'd say you try to get a fourth story and above, so it's not noisy. For the room, it's like 120, something like that. And then I'd say like maybe a night is like 3 or 4 girls. I'd say all in all, probably bring $500, $400 to $500.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
can do
shouldn't be.
that.
It shouldn't be more than that. I'm just once you land there, to get there, I mean, I guess a little more, but it's not as much as you think. Just that minimum when it comes to self-improvement, because the low insecure guys waste their time gym maxing or coping hardcore. Self-improvement is like a religion. Yeah, well, guys in their 20s are just, that's at the peak of your insecurity,
Right.
or early 20s, mid 20s.
But self-improvement is not bad in and of itself. It's just bad when you're doing it to get other people. That's when it's bad. So
Yeah, I agree. Let's just go next one. I'm skinny, but I don't have abs because it takes too much time and work. Abs is pretty much just like, it depends. If you're willing to get skinny with abs, then just stop eating. Don't eat too much. But if you want to be like fit in abs, you got to control your diet. It has to be mostly protein and very little carbs. You're pretty much going to be eating like chicken avocado salads all day. And that's kind of why I'm not really that fit, because I don't want to live my life that way. I like eating here and there without too much worrying. So, yeah.
well, the healthier you eat, the better you're gonna age. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you don't want to age bad, you really got to start eating healthy now. So
Yeah. But I'd say even getting fit for abs is not the most I don't think it's that different from just eating regular, because eating just carbs, deleting all your carbs for salads, I think they're both just as healthy if they're both getting the same nutrients. Just one is more, I guess.
no,
Girls
but
like
I'm
it
talking
more.
about like dudes shouldn't be eating unhealthy every day. Like you can eat unhealthy, just don't do it every day.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that's really bad. Like if you're eating like chicken tenders and
No,
shit like
yeah.
that, I mean that'll mess up your teeth. It'll mess up your jawline. It'll mess up. Believe it or not, it'll take an effect in your looks. It just takes years for it to happen. So
Oh yeah, and there's a study, or not a study, but it's kind of fact now, that the group that has the most colon cancer is young millennial men
yep,
eating too much, Raising Cane's or chicken tenders and all that.
yeah, just processed food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they're dying too.
yeah, they're dying too young. So you got to eat healthy, guys. You got to. That's my ugliest red pill or black pills that I hate the most. It hasn't even nothing to do with women. It just has to do with food. Like, god damn, you can't even enjoy eating unhealthy, because if you do, it's gonna catch up to you. So like when I
Yeah.
eat unhealthy, I start having a really bad breakouts, like a bunch of pimples, and it makes me look ugly.
Oh yeah.
So it sucks, dude. It sucks. Like women can have fucking pimples and they'll still get a fucking dates.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It affects you.
Man.
Sleeping well too.
Yeah, that's another one. The sleeping pills.
I'm trying to fix mine. Yeah. Because sleeping will if you sleep 3 days in a row for 8 hours, like, and you weren't before, that'll really give you a nice glow. But yeah, sleeping and eating well. Not necessary to get muscles. No, it's not necessary. Now, if it's like, it'll give you like half a point, I guess. But the main thing is just being healthy and like fit, not fat. Most men are low IQ, can't think for themselves. Yeah. I mean, that's the masses, right? I mean, most men are just part of the matrix. 509. Most people are slaves. Yeah.
Where would you recommend to GeoMax for Latinos? What do you think, BBP? Just first thought, if you have any.
I mean, I know you can definitely answer that better than me, but what I would do, I would go to Brazil. That's what I would do.
Like the black chicks there?
Nah, hell no. If I go to Brazil, I go for the light skinned women. The black women, I do that shit here already. But if you want to get really good quality women, Brazil's the place. Like if you have a thing for big booties and tall women and sexually dimorphic, women, that Brazil's the place. Because they got like Hispanic looking women that look Mexican, but they're not. They're just Brazilian.
Oh, I know, right?
So, and they also got like really white skinned Brazilian women. It's weird. They're like the most mixed breed country in the world is Brazilians.
Yeah.
So I would love to go to Brazil. I would rather go there for geomaxing. But I wouldn't go there for a wife. That'd be too far. That's ridiculous. Because if you're into the trad wife or trad thought, you might as well just stay there.
That's true, yeah. For me, I mean, Asia is kind of hard. I mean, Asia mostly is JBW or an Asian guy. And a lot of those Asian countries that used to be kind of somewhat poor are getting richer. So there's really not too much that you can offer there. Europe, if you got the height, I would just Europe max. Because I think European girls might like a Latino looking guy, but it's the height that always
fucks it up. Yeah,
fucks everything up.
Like that one story you told me that you were talking to the Lithuanian one.
Oh yeah,
man, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. I think she super liked me, or I super liked her or something. But the minute I gave her my height, immediate unmatched.
She unmatched you.
Yeah. So if you got the height, probably Europe max. If you don't got the height, it is what it is. But just try to probably Latin America. And the funny thing is, there's white chicks in Latin America, like light-skinned chicks in Latin America.
Yeah, you got some white-looking Colombian women. Yeah, in Colombia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they literally have like the blonde hair and the blue eyes. They look just like a white girl. They just speak Spanish.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also the brunettes there, and they're not tall. They're like because of nutrition, and all that. So they're kind of short sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So that if you really want a light-skinned white chick, then you have a better bet finding it in Latin America than in Europe. That's a black pill for short Latinos. If you're tall Latino, you got lucky, you won the jackpot. Maybe try Europe maxing or something. US, I could go in a whole rabbit hole on that one, but I'll save that for
who does geomaxing with, well, not geomaxing, but what's it called? Location maxing, I guess.
Or
travel maxing when it's still within the country.
Mm-hmm.
Held by the dashboard.
I heard of that. Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
he does that.
Me.
Yeah,
like he goes to different cities and tries to see what's going on, and right.
Yeah, he has one kid. He's a Gen Xer or an early millennial who got lucky and popped one kid.
Oh,
but he's divorced from his wife. Yeah, so
geomaxing for Latinos is Latin America. Big Mexican cities in Medellin or big Colombian cities. Yeah. Yeah, Mexico is pretty good, I think. But, I mean, obviously there's crime and stuff, but...
good luck with the cartels. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Medellin, big Colombian. Yeah.
Didn't you just hear that story about the white guy that killed the Colombian DJ girl? Did you hear about that one?
No.
QB covered that pretty good. Yeah. He got upset. This is why I say the blue pill is more dangerous than the red and black, because dudes just can't let go of the fucking projection of love. Like they're looking for that blue pill love. So there's one white guy went to Colombia, met this bitch on Instagram, started sending her money. And then when he got there, I think she cheated on him or something, or she didn't want to stay loyal to him. And this is in Colombia. So the dude ended up killing her. So now he's doing the trial.
Dang.
You don't believe me? Just go to Quee Billy's channel. Quee Billy.
Oh, yeah, he's a geomaxer. He's a black.
He's definitely a real geomaxer. Yeah, he's a real geomaxer.
He's out there doing it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't even know how the fuck he gets the money, dude, but damn, he's traveling all the damn time.
I mean, black women are just crazy nowadays, so I don't blame them.
Well, you know, I don't know. Javi's last comment is pretty brutal. It's very factual, but it's kind of unfactual at the same time. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I would agree with him more, but I don't know because I talked about this a long time ago. I had a
Mhm.
live stream. I had like 400 views on it when I talked about the race pill and how that was going to be the future.
Hmm.
More and more people are race mixing now so than ever before.
It's crazy, yeah.
And
It's
the
a lot.
black pill is just making the race pill grow bigger now.
Because we talked about it in
So,
our last stream, right? That girls have a very race trader fetish these days.
yeah, yes, they do. Yes. Yeah, that's part of their hypergamy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And yeah.
it is a downgrade. And he's right about that because I've met like so a good example of what he's talking about is you ever notice like a black woman that looks white, like her skin is literally white, but she
Yeah.
has all the like the facial characteristics of a black woman? You ever
Mm.
notice they tend to have the worst attitudes?
You mean a light skinned black chick?
Yes,
Yeah.
because they got half white and half black in them. So you imagine when they're both negative, it's a recipe for
yeah.
disaster.
Yeah. Let me check my battery to make sure I'm not getting the same problem on this one. I don't think so. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, next one. Let me just go back. That way I don't get lost.
Yeah, Javi's right about doesn't work. That's the problem in America. All these issues that we're having is exactly what he's talking about.
It's a big experiment, yeah. It's and they're bringing different cultures in with the immigration waves, and
Yeah, America's not going to last long with that inflation of mass immigration. You're going to have Hondurans, Salvadorians,
Salvadorians, yeah,
everybody's going
Nigerians,
to be at war, yeah, to impose their ideology. So,
yeah.
and give you this black pill, man, but I mean, the race pill is only going to get bigger. So,
Well, a brutal race pill, I don't know if it's self-hating, but I'm just gonna state what I say, is when I see like communities and I've seen like the thing about white people is that like when they don't like something about their neighborhood, they'll like say something and they'll like bring it up and they'll try to like they'll feel like they have a change, they can change their community if the sidewalk's dirty or something like that. But like when it comes, I've been in Latin America, it's like no one has that kind of want to have their community, cleaned up or anything like that. I don't know if you see any truth to that, even if it's like, I don't know.
no, I see what you're talking about.
You know what I
see
mean?
it. But it's the women. Like we can blame the men all we want, but women have the option now to get pregnant from whoever they want.
That's
So
true.
even if a woman is all for her race, like a white woman, if she says, "Oh, I love my white man," because I hear women say this shit. All
Yeah.
races of women, I hear say the same shit. Like, "Oh, I like my race of men, but I prefer black guys because they have a bigger dick." Like I've literally heard them say that, and like the white dudes are like fucking heartbroken. They get really upset, and then I'm like, "Well, at least she's gonna give your kids, right?" But they're like, "Nah, she's already ran through," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's true." So.
Well, no one wants to date a chick who fetishizes another type more than him.
Right.
It's just, unless you're like it's just a sad, low self-esteem kind of guy. But even when Asian guys try to date an Asian girl and she's like, she talks highly of white dudes or she's dated and banged them in the past, a lot of times it turns them off and it doesn't work out. But yeah, I think I'm behind on the comments. Let's see. Don't eat processed food. Avoid plastic water bottles. Lower testosterone levels. Eastern Europe. Yeah, I still talked about that. Middle East. Geomaxing is somewhat a cope if you live that country for a few months. Traveling to a different country for a trad life is cope for me.
Yeah, I would say if you're the trad wife thing is a gig of cope. I mean, like I said, that white guy that went to Colombia, that was a gig of cope for him. He was trying to look for an 8 out of 10. He found himself an 8 out of 10, but he ended up killing her because she just wasn't a trad wife. So the geomaxing thing's not going to work eventually, and I really hate to say that because as long as every country starts to become developed, If every country becomes like America, you're gonna have the
Yeah.
same fucking issue all over the world now.
Yeah, because of Instagram and all. Like, you're better off geomaxing in your own country sometimes.
At that point, yeah, you're just better off there.
Yeah. Look for a different city.
Yeah.
Just like biggest co-op in Manosphere.
Undead Chronic. Yep.
Yeah. We talked about that. I've seen that QB Willie in the Tijuana Telegram chat for escorts. Dang.
Well, Q Billy's just a sex maxer. He just doesn't call it that.
Yeah. What do you think about antinatalism? I mean, I think it's real. Gen Z girls that's pretty much defines them, right?
I would say every woman has had that in them, but they use, like, from boomers to Gen Xers and millennial women, like the early millennial women, they all those three previous generations of women, they use children as a power play to get money out of married men.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would betray you and go for the Tyrone or the Chad Light or the Chad, and then that didn't work out for them, so now they're all single mothers with a bunch of fatherless kids. But that's a very good question, because I agree with you. Like, a lot of Gen Z women, they're becoming more biologically, like, selective about which guys are going to have children with. So at the end of the day, the incels and the black pillars, they're going to win the argument, because as long as things keep going the way that they're going right now, the red pill is going to be completely, debunked or defeated.
Yeah.
So, like, what's really I see two things happening. All the non-select guys, two things that are going to happen with them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, they're gonna go back to the blue pill, and they're gonna just single mother max, like Steve Hoka was saying, and they're gonna get a bunch of single mothers pregnant.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, they're just gonna either stay single forever, the forever alone guys.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna cope with sex or sex max, and that's it. So those are the only two avenues I see.
Well, eventually, if they get 40, they'll probably date some old, like 30. The thing is, a lot of them, I was going to say they're going to marry some 40-year-old, but the thing is, a lot of them do want kids. So I don't know, they might end up going with like...
It's mainly the men, dude, that want to have kids. It's not even the women.
The men want kids more than the women these days. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, exactly. So antinatalism is mainly coming from the women, not really from the men. Yeah. So any guy you can think of, you can ask any guy in the manosphere, and they'll all tell you they want to have kids. Now, that's not really blue pill. That's just biology. Yeah. That's just women. Just like women want to be hypergamous, men want to pass on their genetics. That's just biology. So,
well, the culture is showing young women that men ain't shit, and it's been like that for like the past, I don't know, 20, 30 years. But
yeah, more than that.
It's really heavy now.
Now,
so a lot of them are banging themselves, or they're just trying to become top line CEO, boss. Yeah. There's this boss bitch culture now. So
if they do want to have kids, it ain't gonna be from the below. Really, they just want to have kids from all the guys that are 8 and up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they biologically justify it. And you know what? As much as I hate to agree with women, they do have a point, because those guys have the best genetics, and as long as they raise those kids the right way, you can have like a corporate Chad that'll do a good job. He'll know what he's doing. He's smart. He has the good genetics and all that. So it's brutal, man. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean.
Well, I also think that there's a new subset of there's a new type of thinking where they kind of just they don't want to get banged by a Chad anymore. They just want to, especially if it wants for kids, they want a guy they can just control, and that's where the oofy doofy thing comes in too.
Right.
But yeah, that's like another. Yeah, that's his calling. I think we talked about that. Queeby Willie posted himself fucking in the Telegram chat, but I think he mostly just fucks escorts in Mexico or chicks with sugar daddies on Tinder.
I like Queeby Willie. He's my boy and everything. I'll talk to him on Discord, but I think he just doesn't bluntly say that he fucks escorts. He tries to make it seem like, like they like him, which I know they do, but it's just for his money. So
It's like those actors that say they're not on steroids.
right,
Just
yeah.
admit it, you know. But I don't know. I haven't seen the girls he's been banging.
They're pretty good looking. I wouldn't say 8s, but I'd say like
Yeah.
7s. Maybe a few 8s.
Well, Tijuana doesn't have that much 8s, but they have a lot of 7s.
Right,
At least
right.
from the time I was there.
Yeah, that's my point, man. The sex trade, even the sex trade, you're starting to get unattractive women eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So
Read the short story. My son is fanatic. Trad guys looking to GMX for their trad wife or coping going to bite them in the ass. That's why I keep warning you guys. Everything has consequences.
yep.
I mean, I've heard. I don't know if it was on the forums recently. Oh wait, BPP, did you ever check that forum I talked about?
Yeah, I did. You would know more about that because you actually travel. So, but he's right. Everything has consequences. I mean, you can't escape the consequence, and you got to think about it pretty hard because, especially in today's world, everything is about money and survival and economics. So if you don't have those at the very top, you're just bringing kids to suffer. Now, to go back to, I can't remember who answered the question. I think it was Holy Vlogs. I can't remember. I'm not big on antinatalism. I'm not against it either. But sometimes you just got to come to the conclusion that, well, maybe you weren't meant to have kids, Not your fault. It's just the economic world that we're living in today makes it harder for you to actually have a successful offspring. So I don't know about you, John, but are you an anti-natalist, or are you against it, or are you neutral about it?
Define antinatalist again.
It's just against having children.
Oh, like I don't want children?
Yeah, like anti-offspring.
No, I want offspring. I
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
say I'm not. I wouldn't say I really don't want offspring. I think you don't want offspring, right?
I don't mind having it. It just, I got to make sure it's with the right woman. But even if you find the right woman, I mean, she can always change. So, hypergamy is universal.
Yeah, there's a lot of men in their 40s that have suffered the 90s wave of feminism, and they still don't have a girl, a wife or a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think that was the first wave.
The boomer cells.
I wouldn't call them the boomer cells. I think it was the Gen X cells.
Oh yeah, like Steve Hoka. Yeah, Steve Hoka's a Gen X cell.
That's the first wave. Yeah, because I think everyone in the 80s made the cut. Even the True Cell guys, most of them made the cut.
Yeah.
But there's a big batch of 40-year-old cells out there.
Yeah.
I never heard different areas in the South. Watch the show 90 Day Fiance as proof. I've seen that show. It's kind of like, you've seen it, BPP?
Nah.
It's just type it in. It's just guys at Geomax. Yeah. Not everyone should have kids.
Yeah, he's right about that. Especially all those ghetto ass hood rats. They're the main ones having them.
You see, that's a problem that I had with the sphere as well, with the Black Pill sphere. It's like autistic guys trying to get a girlfriend. Like I'm talking about like actual guys with Asperger's and autism. Talking about the Black Pill.
Well, they're legacy cells. All they're trying to do is pump and dump and just leave the woman. They're actually part of the problem because they're going to create more single mothers.
Well, the thing is, technically they have a disability. So I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but some of them probably shouldn't have,
Right, because their
children.
kids are just going to be no different. So.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Javi's going to come after them.
The only way things change, the economic system change. Feminism is a byproduct of liberalism. The only way things to change the resource imbalance.
Yeah, very smart statement. Very, very powerful statement right there. That's exactly what TFM said. Sandman too. That's very true.
Yeah. Technically, the religion this country was founded on, Christianity, was kind of liberal for the time.
Right.
That's another.
You know who was a fucking feminist and people don't know? Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, he was?
Yep. But he was doing it behind the scenes because if he would have gotten exposed, they would have literally cut his head off.
Oh, yeah.
That when America was being first established, it was very patriarchal.
Hmm.
And then somehow down the line, they fucked up and they gave women too many rights.
Oh, yeah. The cultural war is not the problem. It's economics.
I would say both.
Yeah, I'd say
But
both.
I would
You
say
can
now it's
elaborate.
probably more economic, yeah.
QB is black. What do you expect?
Brutal.
I gotta give it up to black guys. I mean, I see them just effing it, saying F it and getting escorts rather than well, they do date single mothers a lot, so I don't know.
A lot of black guys tend to do more single mother maxing than whites and Hispanics.
Yeah, that's true.
If anybody's doing more escorts, it'd probably be whites, not even Hispanics. I would say really just white guys and Asians.
That's true. Oh, last time I went to Hong Kong, I saw so many Asian guys.
Yep.
Guys.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, because you got to remember, black guys sometimes, no offense, but some of them are real cheap. They don't like to spend money, so that's why they be dating the lowest hoes.
yeah. Thoughts on Ranchero maxing? Oh, he asked that last time.
Zoomer Trader asked that, I think, unless he's the same guy.
No, I don't think Zoomer Trader's here today. Goodbye, bros. Gotta sleep.
Have a good one, man. Sleep well.
Yeah. Boomers had it easy due to economy. Yeah, I mean, they were in a growth stage still.
Of course.
It was growth all the way to like 2000, I think. Just time machine max, bro. I know. In the 80s, he bought a leather jacket and Slay. Yeah. That Thriller jacket. Career maxing first.
Yeah, I think that's probably your best outlet because you'll become very resourceful for yourself and people can see that. And if you want something to do with women, I mean, obviously they're going to come to you, but at least you'll get that attention. But even if it doesn't work out, at least you don't have to look back and be a wage slave. You know, you got money on the side because you work so hard to get there. That's the situation first from Insomatics is, and he career max, so he's pretty well established financially at least.
Well, I know where he works, so I'm pretty sure he has a decent income.
Oh yeah,
And I think he's STEM max, so
he told me how much he makes. Did he tell you?
no, I don't know. He told you not to tell anyone.
Oh, okay. Well, he told me, but I won't say it if you don't want me to say it.
Is it higher than 80?
Yep.
Okay, he's pretty good. Pretty good. It's not like in 150 and higher though.
No, it's below
Okay.
that.
Still pretty good though.
Yeah. Well, he
I mean,
says it's not for his region.
Yeah, and he's like our age, right? Or
I
he's
think
younger?
no, he's way younger. I think last time I heard him say he was 25 in 2021, so by now he's 27, 28.
Okay, he's a little younger than me then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Both progressives, conservatives, libertarians support the same economic system that ruins society. Read the book Why Liberalism Failed.
Yep, that's true. Well, he's right.
Javier seems to read a lot. That's good though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's on point for a
Yeah.
lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
I need to go. I need to start reading some books like that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean,
Okay,
just
I think I'm
follow
caught up.
the money. You follow the money, you'll get all the answers you need.
At the end of the day, most guys in Manosphere fail beta books providers. Ignore my feminism crap, the red pill cry. But most women I talk to want a stable guy. Yeah, I mean, ignore my feminism crap. Oh, okay.
Yeah, most girls just want a guy that's a job that's not like, that pays the bill somewhat. Most 30-year-old cells, not surprisingly, but most 30-year-old cells I've talked to that sometimes even look good,
Mm-hmm.
I search around about like what's up with them,
Yeah.
and they're either really have horrible game, or their money ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. Probably, I don't know,
I'm talking about
50-50.
like guys that are not short. Sorry.
No, but this is an economical issue. He's talking about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right to some extent, but at the end of the day, women don't care. Even if you do make a lot of money and you're not a failed beta, I mean, women are always going to move on from one guy to another, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, the stories I've read that are real, like what LFA talked about a pool
Mhm.
instructor he met that made a lot of money. He did pool jobs on the side. He was like 6'4", good looking guy,
Yeah.
guy with the 5'8", Stacy, and she ended up
Yeah.
dumping him. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a failed beta or not. I mean, women just have the upper hand in today. They got too many options. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous, really. So
My sister's married to a rich Asian guy. She works for his business. Feminism is a boogeyman for like wokeism. Everything comes down to economics.
yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Well, feminism still has the upper hand because feminism gives women more of a leeway. So, like affirmative action, that all has to do with feminism.
Oh
So, if
yeah.
companies don't implement that, companies can get sued and lose a lot of money and they get shut down. So, feminism has infiltrated economics on a large scale.
Oh yeah.
So, it is
Affirmative
economics,
action.
but
Yeah.
women want a piece of their pie and need it too. So they use feminism as a tool to invade it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Affirmative action has benefited women.
For years, man. For
Yeah.
years.
True. My advice goes to normie guys. Yeah.
Anyways, there was this like I said earlier, the the everything that you see happening right now is because of feminism. But at the end of the day, you do have to career max. That would be the best thing to do. And you can basically become a successful beta and not failed.
Yeah.
So that way women can at least use you for your money if that's what it's really sad, but that's what it seems like a lot of guys want, rather they're in the manosphere or not. Men just can't go without wanting to do something with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's a scale level to this. Like there's a spectrum. Like every guy wants to fuck a woman, but I think you're more of a harder. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Guys who want the trad wife and the trad lifestyle, those guys are creating their own problem bigger because a lot of women just don't want to be traditional these days. They don't.
No.
So it doesn't matter if you get your shit together or not. I mean, if you're looking for that blue pill love, I mean, what else is there to say? You're going to give her more of a reason to leave you. So
Yeah. It's going to be extremely hard and unless you got some connection somewhere, but especially online. The thing is, online is every guy's go-to. The thing is, online attracts very, very woke feminist chicks. So that's the majority of chicks that are on the online spaces.
right, yeah, and love is not real. That's true too. Love is just projection.
As long as women can get degrees and provide for themselves, they just want guy want to earn more than them or good-looking guys. Feminism is a byproduct of economic system we live today.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But it's still a bigger power play that they have. It doesn't matter how good or how bad the economics are. As long as feminism gives them the first option to pick, they're always going to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
So feminism is a very expensive apparatus to keep. But once it comes crashing down, then you're going to see what the boomers' mothers had to do to survive.
Mm-hmm.
So feminism is still a powerful thing. Like,
well, you know what they'll argue? They'll argue, oh, well, the thing is, back then, women didn't have a choice. Women were enslaved, or women were not given the opportunities, so they had to just stick with a guy, even if he was ugly and fat, or she wasn't
Right.
attracted to him.
Right. But if they really weren't attracted to him, they really wouldn't do it. So women are in a very tough spot one way or the other because they still have to depend on men. And like he said, feminism is a byproduct, but that's what gives them the byproduct gives them more of an upper hand in this system. It's basically systemic gender where they get the upper hand, because I see this all the time in my job, and it happens all over the country. So again, feminism is everywhere. Feminism has given women the upper hand in everything from dating to mating to work ethics, and the list goes on. I mean, you got to watch the live stream that Zero did. He breaks it down way better than anybody I've ever seen. So the manosphere is not wrong when they're talking about feminism, but I mean, not every woman knows how much power they have, so you can still get like one over her if you're smart. You basically got to outsmart her. But like John says, you know, women eventually will kind of see where they stand. Once they get to see their power, then they pretty much just leave you. But I think the bigger problem is that it's really the men that just have like a strong projection of love onto women. And so women, they don't know how to love like men do. They love differently. And that's really what the problem is. Like, that's really where it lies on. But
you know what? Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but before I lose a thought, what you just said there was interesting, because you said if they don't know they have the power that they have, then you can get one like that, because that's really real, because it's like for example, it's like landlords and tenants. When you're dealing with a tenant that doesn't know their rights, I guess they're like more laid back and stuff. But when you're dealing with a tenant, especially in California, that knows all of their rights, like all of them, then they will they will squat, they will camp here without paying the rent. They'll screw you over as a landlord.
Right.
So it's like, if they know every single bit of their rights, then dang, it's almost like they become like a bitch.
Yeah, see, here's the thing a lot of people don't know either. Like in San Francisco, a lot of the tenants that were behind their mortgage and payment were mainly women.
Oh, okay.
See, that's how feminism benefits them. So there's no getting rid of feminism. It's bigger than any of us. It's very powerful, and it buys a lot of politicians. So it's a very powerful tool that they're using. It's a machine. And it's just going to run. That's what feminism is. It's always been that. Women have always wanted to choose like men since fucking Cleopatra. Feminism has been around since the dawn of time. So women just want to do whatever the hell they want to, just like men. The difference is that they have to depend on men in order to survive. That's what women hate admitting, because they know that's true. Like they're nothing without men. They're nothing without the economy.
They're nothing without white knights too.
Yeah, exactly. So they know it. They just, they're so brainwashed in today's world because everything is in their favor. They don't realize it. That's why I said what I said earlier. If you can get a power play against her where she doesn't know she has that much power, then you can pretty much get her the way you want. Like if you want to have her as a wife, or if you want to have her as a girlfriend. But eventually she's just going to realize sooner or later that, why you're with her. Like, your intentions are not bad as a man. A lot of men don't have bad intentions. They want to get with women because they want like a successful relationship. But the thing is that women nowadays, they know how many options they have. And when they do, they don't want to settle with nobody. So that's why they break it down into money. So you got to have a lot to offer her if you want like a long-term relationship. And it makes sense. It makes sense.
That reminds me of, it's just like, you have to get a girl when she's in the love phase. The thing is, for many girls I've talked to, or even relatives and stuff, they were in love with a guy, and there's that one or first couple of guys that broke her heart really bad. And that's almost like, not all the time, but a lot of times that's like maybe the only guy that could have really made her submit. And after that, they just realize, I got to do what I got to settle down. And then they get some chump that she doesn't really love him the way she loved that first kind of guy. And I talk to the girls like sometimes, and they say like, I was obsessed with him. Really, that kind of obsession is kind of like what our grandmothers almost had for our grandfathers. The thing is, they just hitched up and made kids. The thing is, now they'll get either rejected, or they'll get banged out and then just get left on by that Chad, or not even a Chad, just could be a normie. But that's when I think they are able to be submitted. And that's what most Hispanics kind of do. They kind of just get a high school girlfriend or college girlfriend or something. But after that period, if after the submission period, they're about their money. They're about their money. A good 7-8 years, they're about their money.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Well, like Javi said earlier, I agree with him. That's something I said a long time ago, is that once they learn how to make their own money, even if it's a little, they would rather do that than settle down with any guy. That's the ugly truth. So like, they make 25,000 a year, 25,000 plus, and they're just doing that, working at some Kohl's, 8 to 9 to 5 or something like that. And then,
Your mic. Yeah, I'm not hearing if you're saying something. BPP.
hello?
Okay, you're back. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. No, I was just saying that women, even in today's world, even the women that are making low salary, they don't care, dude. They just seem to be very happy by themselves. Like, some of them are not, but I think most of them are just happy being by themselves because they see relationships as too much
Slavery.
for them to handle. Yeah, like they don't want their sovereignty in a man's hand. That's why they don't care if a guy's willing to pay full price for her. They just don't want to settle. They don't want to settle. So even if you get rid of feminism and you fix your shit together and all that, women just are a different breed nowadays. Like, I see it in them. Like, they just don't want to be with nobody, especially white women. Jesus, they're the worst.
I see like I sense like a bad taste when I'm with a girl, when I was with a girl or something in an escort or whatever, and I tell them, you don't want to get why don't you don't have a boyfriend? Like, you think you want to get a boyfriend? And immediately they stick out their tongue like, ugh, like I don't want to be in a relationship right now. That's just, they see it like some sort of slavery. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Enslavement. Yeah. Like a very negative.
Because like I said, if women have always wanted to choose like men. They want to have their dick fun too. They want to have all the dick sizes and all that, and the height and the chads, and then they become like a 40-year-old cum dump. And like, any guy who really has respect for himself, is not gonna settle with that. Like, you can fuck her, you'll just be another number. But if you settle for that and you pay full price for her, I mean, it's not really a good deal for you. But I don't know. Some men are just too damn desperate to wake up.
They want to be like the guy at Hong Kong, all shapes and sizes and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to throw away the self-improvement liberalism system at the kitchen windows and stop worshiping economic growth. Do you understand that part?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. There's a lot of worshiping nowadays with all kinds of shit. It's crazy. Like, worshiping for this, worshiping for that. So,
yeah. I keep saying the low value Copa Gym Max. He played very close to advice to listen to the Manosphere. Yeah, I say if you get too autistic about gym maxing, I'd rather I would put my attention elsewhere. Like, if some of those buff guys put all that money, of all that effort, if I'm talking about their incels, if they put all that effort into like a business or their job or their career, and that would go much further. Like, if you're a buff guy but you're horrible in everything else in life, I would put your attention into that stuff. But
yeah,
first before like other stuff.
Yeah, Javi has a lot of good points.
Yeah. Pay attention to content creators. I mean, I honestly haven't been really following a lot of content creators. I don't even know if there's any new ones out there since like a year ago. I just know Wheat Waffles he makes videos every month or so. Some of them are cool, and some of them I find a little too autistic, but I don't know. Have you been keeping up?
Javi has a good point when he says you can't trust every content creator. That's true, because like look how many grifters there are in the red pill. Fucking Homo Tomasi and Bulldog Cookset and all those idiots. Like, they're all grifters. And now just dotty things, just pearly things, they're all grifters, man. They're just making money out of the misery of all these red-pilled guys that are supposedly a red pill, but they're really blue-pilled in denial. That's why they follow all these hoes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think the new kind of culture now is, I think there's just so much hate sales in the Gen Z.
big
Like,
time.
like they just, and it's not even Gen Z, because I know some single guys and they're like 35, 28, 27. And they're constantly they're in like no, it's not a Telegram group, it's like a Facebook group. And they're constantly like putting articles of fat chicks thinking they're 9s, but they're 4s. I mean, I get it. It is funny, but it's like I don't know. It's like some sort of huge gender war now. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, women are doing it too on TikTok. They're doing the same shit.
Yeah, they're both at it. Yeah. It's
a gender war.
Yeah, and it's definitely worse now than like 5 years ago when I went than like 2017, 18. At the end of the day, most men in the manosphere are a failed beta books provider. I mean, most, women are in colleges. Women are about their money now, man. And to try to outmax a woman now is just crazy. Like, you'd have to be at 250K, 300K to get submissive economically.
Yeah. I mean, even the guys in the manosphere say it themselves that they got to work 5 times harder, so they're not willing to do it. So I don't blame them.
And I'd say, like, out of like maybe 10 or 20 girls, one girl would be willing to date a guy that earns less than her. Yeah. But 18 of them still follow the old traditional "he must make more than me" kind of rule, even though they won't say it on the camera.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, women say it themselves. So. Yeah. But I would say that, I mean, it don't matter if you get the woman or not. Just let her do whatever the hell she wants, and you're going to see the economic collapse happening. It's already happening now. So it don't matter, man. I mean, people are going to do whatever the hell they want to do, So.
I mean, I just want a credit collapse to come, because the fact that people can just travel and lease cars and just live a lifestyle that off credit card debt, especially chicks traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Off fake money. Like, that just shows we're just too cuckoo with our money supply and all that.
Well, because we're becoming over consumerist. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah. And I like, if we actually did a reset, which I don't think will happen, at least not in these following years. Only the rich will be able to live that kind of life. But at least from 2010s, I think a theme for 2010s was just frauding it with consumers. And even now, it's just this crazy consumerist life. I just wish, like, everyone who didn't have money can't fraud that kind of lifestyle. But it's just crazy how much you can fraud now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a video on that. Like, I want the economy to reset. I think Zoomer Trader, I think he's kind of finance oriented. He's kind of a smart guy for his age, but I think he did major in that. He said they wouldn't allow that to happen because
well, they're going to try. The elites are going to try to prevent any sort of economical collapse from happening, but they can't be printing out money forever. They can't, because it costs a lot of money to print money. So the inflation really started with all the stimulus checks on top of all the welfare programs that we have. So the mass immigration is just making it worse. So a lot of boomers right now, they're not going to have a good Social Security because a lot of people are not working.
Yeah.
So, that's why I don't really agree with, Hobby saying that they're failed betas. It's not a beta thing or a manosphere thing. It's an economical thing. Like, nobody in their right mindset is going to work and pay everybody's, intuition or security, Social Security. So that's why you have a lot of millennials dropping out of the workforce And a lot of the Zoomers are not working either because they're like, fuck this, you know, why are we going to work 5 times hard? Like, I'll give you a good example. Like today, yesterday actually, I went to go buy a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
So just last year, it was like $3, $3 and some change. Guess how much I paid for that shit tonight?
How much?
$5.19. So it's going up. I'm not going to be buying that shit or working as hard as I am just to buy a milk that's that expensive. It's like, what the fuck? I'd rather starve to death. So
I know eggs was on a climb, but it kind of stalled around a month ago.
right.
I disagree with you. U.S. is going to collapse. What really going to happen in a recession like 2008?
Yeah, that's happening already, but it's much worse in 2008. It's much worse. Like we've never had this amount of homeless people happening. So, and the collapse is happening, but it's not going to like be a complete, you know, collapse. People just talk about like a recession where everything gets expensive. But that's because we got this idiot in the office. This administration is doing that.
Yeah.
But no, it's not going to be like a complete collapse. It's just another. It's like
We're too privileged for that to happen.
Well, I mean, like I said, who knows how the government's going to be pulling off all this shit because they're sending so much money to Ukraine and all these other countries.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Like, they can't be printing out money all the time. It costs money to print money. It costs a lot. So how the hell are they going to continue to, you know, to keep up that apparatus? They can't. It's going to fail eventually. The banks are closing. A lot of shit is going south.
Yeah, you saw that, right? The 3 banks.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah. But I think it's more of I think it's a controlled collapse. I don't think it's like out of the blue. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is.
Yeah,
Who knows? Nobody really knows. But then again, people have been saying the same shit since like the 2000s and stuff. So who knows? Who knows?
I stand that thought. I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Take your time, man. Make sure you didn't rush to piss, bro.
No, my pisses are like that.
Okay. Because it's not good if you rush, man. I'm just saying.
No, it isn't?
No, it's bad for your prostate. You got to let it, take its time.
Oh, shit. Okay. I know if you hold it in, it's bad, but...
It's bad if you hold it in. It's bad if you rush it. You got to let your body take its own course.
Yeah. Boomers are the problem.
Yeah, the silver tsunami. That's what he's talking about.
You know, I don't know if you should follow the channel. What's it called? Trade Genius. They trade like a genius YouTube channel. And they talk about they show up charts and then like the Social Security and the funds for Social Security and how the funds are going to go negative in like the next year or so.
Yeah.
So it's at like a crossing point where we don't even have enough money to give to Social Security, especially.
That's my point. Yeah, it's not gonna. What's gonna happen? So many scenarios could happen. The government could, like I said, they could just keep printing out money and refill those voids that are being, being done. They can just do that. That's one thing they can do. That's what they're doing. So that's how they can prevent any sort of economical collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Boomers are the problem too. Lamprey covered that pretty well.
I mean, yeah, well, the housing for the most part.
Yeah, but companies are fucking up. Like BlackRock, they're buying a lot of houses and they're turning it into like fucking projects and all kinds of bullshit
Yeah.
for like the mass immigration that's coming too. That's another thing. So it's not just boomers; it's mass immigration too. That's costing the country a lot of money because all the immigrants, all the women are coming over here with kids and they're applying for welfare programs, like literally, like food stamps and all that shit, EBT cards. So that's
Yeah.
costing the taxpayer more money.
Yeah, and
And
the
on top of that,
workers, I mean, let's be honest, especially it depends where the workers, if they're producing a net profit for the country, but especially
Right.
from a lot of those countries, probably net negative,
Yeah. Well,
especially with the welfare of the wife or whatever, like you were saying. I disagree with men dropping out of society or becoming a NEET as the solution.
well, nobody's saying it's the need for the solution, but men are dropping out. I mean, I'm already going to quit my job real soon. I don't even know if I'm going to go back after my vacation. So
Oh,
it
really?
is happening. Yeah.
And you
But
just,
I'm not saying it's a solution. My bad. Go ahead.
oh no, I mean, I like, oh, you live with your family, right, or something like that? Because that way you're
Yeah.
probably gonna
Yeah.
pay the
Yeah. I have
bills.
to. Yeah. No, I couldn't afford to live by myself. So that's my point. Like a lot of guys and girls are still living with their family because they're not going to work. I'm not going to work, 3 times, 4 times hard just to get a damn roof over my head. Fuck that.
It makes no sense.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
So maybe men are not dropping out altogether, but they're just working less and less and less. Or they're working the same dead end jobs that just make ends meet. So
Have you heard of not the it was minimalist, like new workers nowadays are doing the minimum they can do.
yeah, it's funny. Martin Goldberg, he made a video about that called something about minimalist. He had a funny ass thumbnail
Yeah.
on it. And it's not really good to be a minimalist. It's a lot more
Mhm.
better to be a maximizer.
Mhm.
But sometimes being a maximizer can be very, very expensive. It can put you in jeopardy.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'm just talking about the way boomers handled work, where it was like try to be the best you can do, get out there. But I think all millennials and Gen Z are like co-signing that we're not going to put in 80 hours, we're not going to put in 70 hours at the work. We're going to try to
The
be.
only millennials and Zoomers that are doing that are the ones that have like a job that's not stressful, like any kind of IT tech job.
Yeah, STEM tech jobs. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I can see them definitely doing 80 hours because it's not stressful. But me doing 80 or 40 hours, shit, at my job, hell no.
At 45, you're already kind of done, right?
No, fuck that. I don't even do 30. The most I do is like 27 to 25. Because
Oh,
my
shit.
job is blue collar. It's very physically demanding. And I already
Oh
got
my
like
gosh.
shoulder injuries and neck injuries and
Jesus.
pain. No, fuck that. That's why I'm gonna quit soon. Because I don't have the body type for that job. I've managed to survive it for like the past, I'm going on 10 years now. So it's like,
Shit. Wait,
yeah,
how what's it called? You're still 110 pounds, I think, or
105, man. Yeah, I'm
105?
underweight.
Dang.
Yep.
Is
Super
it
black
because
pill.
you don't like food too much, or
No, I told you
because
that I have a hyper metabolism is what I have. So
uh-huh,
everything that I eat, I process it super fast, so I
super
don't gain
fast?
any weight.
So even if you ate 3 Big Macs a day,
I've literally ate that and I gained no weight.
jeez,
So I have a very good genetic
is that bad? Like,
hypermetabolism. No, it's not bad. It's just what it is.
it is what it is. Got it. You're not gonna
I
die
have
quick
a
because of that.
runner's body. I don't have a warrior or a fighter's body. I just have a runner's body.
I know I have that too, yeah, but not as much as you, I guess.
Right. Yeah,
I was
so-
naturally well, I guess that's a lie. I wouldn't say it's naturally because I was on the soccer team, but I was usually like just coasting around 130,
Mhm.
125. Yeah, so I kind of see.
Yeah, no, I made a big mistake working at the job where I'm working at, but I mean, I had to do it out of survival. But since things are getting more expensive, I'm going like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out. I don't care.
That's why I tell guys to money max and do like try to money max for a soft, cushy geomaxing job, if anything,
Right.
because what's it called? I I know they'll say, "Oh, money is cope. It's all about chicks." But man, I'll chat. I'll tell you all the guys that are like mid-20s and mid to late 20s, and some of them are working at warehouses. And I'm not trying to say warehouse jobs are all bad, but a lot of them like do drugs. A lot of them are stressed the heck out.
No, they're bad, man. I mean, I've stressed out really bad at my job. I mean, I've gotten into it so
Some of them
bad.
are
Like,
depressed.
huh?
I said a few of them are depressed because of it.
I don't know. Every guy, like I said, is different. They deal with it different. Like, I'm not depressed. I'm just like I'm injured. Like mentally, physically.
Physically, yeah.
Yeah, mainly physically. So I can't keep this job up no more. It's literally hurting me physically, and I'm gonna end up needing surgery, and I'm gonna start
Yeah.
having like chronic shoulder pain. So it
Neither-
used to be
yeah.
one shoulder, now it's both, and now it's my neck. So now it's three different
Jeez.
areas. I'm gonna need like cortisone shots and shit.
Can you milk it? Can you milk out from them or not really?
I don't know.
I
don't
think my
know,
dad
man.
was able to do that. He got an injury at his last job, and then I think his lawyer. I think they're still working it out, but they're in the process of trying to get some money out of it. I don't know if you could do that, but let's see. Tech layoff. Yeah, that's part of the interest rate hikes. Checking tech. Try going to a trad job. It's easier to get a job, but don't get paid enough. Or going to IT related. The job market is abysmal at the moment. Yeah, let me go back. Yeah, the job market. I know a Gen Z guy, and I think he graduated. I think 5 years ago. No, like 4 years ago, in the degree in economics, and he's still looking. It's just kind of, yeah, it's getting pretty tough. Good night. I'm going to sleep. Don't forget to take your minoxidil, vitamin D, fish oil, zinc, boost your second, so your hairline doesn't go mistow. I come on next time to chat.
Good night, bro.
Yeah, good night, Javier. Yeah. No, I mean, things I got from that economics channel is like this recession is kind of like it's going through different sectors. So it's going through the auto market. And I swear, man, this winter it's going to probably go through the housing market. Especially like commercial real estate, because all the people want to work from home. So I bet you like there's going to be some impact there too.
I don't know, man. I just know that good things are not happening. We've had the highest mass shootings in the recent years. We've had the largest crime. We've had more bad stuff happening more and more every year. There's never been a year in the past that we had such high murder rates, crime rates, mass shootings. I mean, it seems to only be getting worse and worse. It's almost like if we were living already in a third world country. Even though in third world countries you don't have mass shootings, you just have like a bunch of crimes and gang related murders. But only in America do you have mass shootings, and I can guarantee you all of that is related to the incel black pill shit.
Well, the mass shootings, yeah. I bet you there's going to be much more. Like, I haven't seen one in California, but yet this year. But I bet you there's going to be one probably later.
You don't have to. I mean, just look at the past. You just had one. You had one last year. The white guy at Tops.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And then in 2019, the kid that went to Walmart.
That was in Texas,
in
right?
El Paso. My bad. That was in El Paso. But
El Paso, yeah.
the point being is that you're having more and more of those every year.
Yeah, I made that video on mass shootings. I think that was a while ago.
Man, you got to be careful with that, bro, because when you talk about shit like that, the cops are watching. So you got to be careful, because if you have like a disgruntled incel member, they can rat on you and be like, oh, this channel made me do it, and then they'll come after you.
Yeah, I said it's not. I said it why it's happening, but yeah, I got to be careful, especially about the wording, because they can get lawyers up in that, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's why I deleted my old channel because I predicted last year what was going to happen and the year before, and everything happened what I said it was.
About the mass shootings getting
Yep.
higher.
Yep.
Dang.
Mm.
All right, okay. I think like 15 more minutes.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I gotta eat something.
We ever dated tomboy? No, no.
Nah, me neither.
I never gay maxed or anything like that. No.
Well, tomboys doesn't mean you're gay. It's just women that are women.
Oh dang, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
they're
getting late.
tend to be more masculine.
Yeah. Oh, I did date one. I did date a tomboy actually. Yeah, like, that was a turn off. Yeah, that was a turn off. I mean, I'm not saying they were like a bratty tomboy. It was just like the way she talked, the way like she walked, her kind of fashion was kind of tomboyish. And no, I like a girl that like acts like a girl. It's feminine, a little submissive, but also likes to tease, stuff like that. No, I wouldn't. I would never. I do like girls that date like that play video games. That can play video games or do sports with. Yeah. I don't know if that defines a tomboy though. I think it's just normal.
I don't even think tomboys exist anymore nowadays.
Why? Because every girl's a tomboy.
No, because every girl's like this weird mix of a super feminine, but also feminist slash tomboy slash this slash lesbian slash
I
bisexual.
know.
They're like a fucking crazy mix, man. These Zoomer girls are insane.
They're very masculine.
Yeah, they are. Just look at all the hoes on Fresh and Fit.
They're very masculine. I don't know a guy simp for them. Like, oh, she looks like a 10 out of 10. Like, who cares? Have you heard how she speaks?
Yeah, it's gross.
It's not even one bit.
Dude, things have gotten so bad that back, like even the tomboys back in the day, they wouldn't mind getting married to like a failed beta. Things are so bad nowadays that even the tomboy, lesbo, bisexual hoes don't want to get married to like a successful beta either. It's like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
The tomboy of today is probably a bisexual or probably a full out lesbian. That's the thing.
Yeah. So they're not really a tomboy either. Just they're more
Yeah.
like a weird bisexual, but tends to be more on the lesbian side.
You know, I have a friend. He was telling me, he's like 36, 35, but he said his first girlfriend was a kind of an ugly chick, so he ugly girl maxed, and she ended up leaving him for a girl.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was bisexual.
A lot of that going around.
And then since then, he told me he's never dating a bisexual chick, and he's never dating an ugly chick. He's gonna
But a lot of men these days are tranny coping too.
Oh, really? Tranny?
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're fucking trans.
You mean becoming trans, or banging trans?
Banging trans.
Oh, okay. Because I know a
Tranny
couple that
chasers.
actually became trans.
Yeah, I've met more guys in real life that are tranny chasers than tranny maxers.
Tranny chase. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, guys, I guess in real life haven't admitted to me that they're tranny maxing.
A whore maxer is one of them.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard of that. I haven't caught up with his channel since his
He used to have a very good channel, man, but then it went to shit. So,
I heard it fell off. Yeah.
Yeah.
His opening was really good though. Like when he first came out.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was pretty neutral. Like he was cool with like everybody, the normies, the red pill, the black pill, incel, MGTOW, and then all of a sudden he just became a hater. I know he fucked with Hammerhand and Undead Chronic, and they shut him down. That's why he don't have his channel. Because he kept attacking Hammerhand, and then Hammerhand and Undead Chronic, they shut him down together.
Well, I know he's really into the swinging clubs, right? Like
yeah, but he even got kicked. He got kicked out of that because he was creeping people out. Like he's so bad socially that he gets rejected by even his own community.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you after that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then what about the Lux Maximus guy? I don't know if you ever.
He ever made
Oh,
any
that
videos?
guy was a piece of shit, man. That guy was on steroids and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that guy.
And then he looked real depressed on his last videos. He started losing like hair and shit, and then I don't know. I was really never into him.
Yeah, no, I just saw a couple of his videos.
He had some good points, like he had some good stuff, but
Do you follow Oreo Man or Savvy Guy?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay. He's one of like the channels from 2017. You know, the whole 2016, 15 Black Pill wave. Like, I don't know. If you
Yeah,
know.
that was the wave that I first saw uprising.
Mhm.
The first wave of incels, from what I've studied, is they complain about not having the girlfriend experience.
Yeah.
That was the first wave. Their biggest complaint is
Mhm.
those guys were like around my age or older, and they
Yeah.
were like going from like 20 to 25, 30, not having a girlfriend, so they were protesting that shit.
Yeah.
And then the second wave is kind of like the wave that I like the most because it's more legitimate as far as their complaint goes. Like
Mhm.
the second wave of incels was like, okay, we don't care about the girlfriend experience now, but we can't even get the sex now. So that's
Mm.
kind of like where I related more with them, because I was like, I would go out and I would try to, get bitches and dates and all that. And nah, man, hoes never wanted to give it up.
Dang.
So it was brutal. I had to go through that shit. I went through it. I survived it. And then next thing I know, I just started getting lucky with a bunch of old women.
Dang.
So, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, women. One thing I won't give the red pill credit is when they say that when women hit the wall, they're not attractive. It's like, I hate to tell them, but they're really far from the truth. Like, old women are still attractive. Like not compared to young women, but they're still getting fucked by young dudes. So that's all it takes for them to debunk the red pill. Now you can say, oh, they're just desperate or they're just losers. No, that has nothing to do with the women getting fucked. The simple fact that I or other guys find old women attractive debunks everything about the wall. As far as
Yeah.
the looks goes, like, yeah, it's not a good idea to have kids with them. Like, the wall still applies to them, but come on, man, let's be real. Like, most women, old women, they don't even want to have kids. They've already had them, so why would they want to have them again? So they're gonna be fucking a bunch of young guys. And trust me, these old bitches, they're fucking chads too.
Jeez.
They're doing just fine, man. The old hoes, they're not doing as bad as some of the red pill content creators want to show.
Like a
And
fantasy.
that's where the black pill started calling it out. And the red pillars got upset because the black pillars, when I was still in the internet, like back in 2017, 18, the black pillars were like, what the hell are you guys talking about? These old women are still getting fucked. And so it was like such a bad cope from the red pill. So
Yeah, I mean, if you want babies, then yeah, I mean, most 30-year-old cells I know won't go above, I think, 33, 32.
right, but at the end of the day, still, as long as women are getting fucked by a younger guy,
Their value.
it defeats the argument of the wall for the most part.
Yeah. I know,
So,
that's mostly cope. I mean, that's mostly a big cope.
yeah.
And like I said in the other stream, girls are surgery maxing more.
Right.
They're getting very smart about it. Facelifts, Botox, eyelid surgeries. There's a lot of stuff they're doing these days to keep themselves young, but it can only buy you maybe like 5 to 10 years, not more than that.
Just don't be like the third wave of incels. That happened. That's when the downfall went for incels. The third wave. That's when they started like tranny maxing or tranny chasing. That's when it got real bad. So that's when I said, man, I'm out of this community. I'm gone.
Yeah, I mean, geez, yeah, I haven't seen that, but that sounds scary. I wouldn't want to be part of
They're
that
just
as well.
fucking the incels that are tranny chasers. They're just fucking other incels that dress like women.
Yeah, I always see like a gay maxing comment every now and then too.
Yep.
No, I mean, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, yeah, I understand what you mean though. The waves, because I related the most with the first wave, and so when it came into like this Chad worship shit, like I just I don't
Yeah.
know, couldn't
Yeah,
really
bailed
relate
out.
with all that stuff too much.
Yeah.
Now, guys, get realistic, and you have to be realistic.
Well, like I tell guys, man, as long as you can get a girl that's a point or 2 points beneath you, you're not an incel.
There you go. I like that. Yeah.
Like, really, you're not, because she's willing to settle with you. But is she going to stay with you forever? Probably not. But every
Yeah.
woman is doing that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every woman is becoming more uncompatible in a relationship with, rather she's ugly or not. They're not big on settling down anymore. They want to settle down maybe for a little bit, and then they just
Yeah.
want to be by themselves as they get older.
Oh yeah.
So
All right, baby Pete. My memory's going away. It's probably time for me to call it a night.
all right, brother, not a problem, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right, no problem. Yeah. Let me know when we can chat next month or so. We'll probably
Okay.
have Javier. I think he was down.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
No problem.
All right, man. All right. Night.
Be safe. Have a good one.